Get your nostalgia talk out of here. Pokemon wasn't that great.
But I'm pretty sure you gave Digimon an 8.
Okay. Yes. Digimon is better than Pokemon. I will fight you on this.
The Digimon kid is like the OG neighbor's kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
What?
What's up, crackheads? Welcome back to another episode of the Trash Taste Podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and I'm with the other two crackheads.
I like how you started with alliteration at the start of this podcast, and now it's
Yeah,
just
what happened
like
to that? You gave up with the alliteration.
What's up, you crazy crackheads? There you go.
no,
Stop saying crackhead. We're not demonetized.
No, we won't. It'll be fine. YouTube knows it's a joke.
Yeah,
Yes.
YouTube has a sense of humor. YouTube's
Yeah.
notorious for having a well-good
Yeah.
sense of humor.
They get me.
YouTube
They get
gets
me.
the jokes. YouTube gets the memes.
Yeah, they understand.
They never desensitize.
They understand satire.
They never demonetized for no reason at all. Never happened in the history of YouTube.
No, of course
with
not.
Any YouTuber.
Yeah, it's not like it happened on the last Chris episode or anything, just it's fine.
To be fair, I think that was just the copious amounts of alcohol we consumed on that episode. I think that was the demonetization
Chris
that was happening
forced
there.
us into just being a mess, which I'm fine with, but, it's just a mess. But welcome to this episode of
Welcome
Trash
to this
Taste.
episode of Trash Taste. Hopefully this one's not going to get demonetized because we're going to be talking about anime.
Whoa, wait, we're gonna be talking about what?
Do you remember when
What?
I don't
Trash
want to.
Chase talking about anime?
Do you remember when this podcast was an anime podcast?
I'm
We're going to bring that back.
I'm glad that I stopped this from becoming an anime podcast. My influence. I did everything in my power.
and then me and Gaunt were like, no, we must bring it back.
Like, I'm feeling nostalgic now because I get to talk about anime again on this podcast. My fucking god.
I mean, we barely talk about anime on our own channels.
I like it that way. I like being an anime fan. That's what I like.
Yeah, we're all anime fans.
Yeah.
But
Fuck.
today we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about some anime. More specifically, we are going to be doing what we do best, which is roasting our trash tastes.
See, okay,
in anime.
Okay, as
That
like
was-
anime YouTubers and Connor, like you know,
You don't do me like that. All right, fair enough though.
one of the most annoying questions we get asked, I'm
Yeah.
sure, is what is
What's
your
your
favorite
favorite
anime?
anime?
Like you get asked this at every panel, at every fan meetup you've
Yep.
ever gone to,
Yep.
and I swear to God, I don't know about you, but I have a different answer every time.
No, I've loaded a default answer so they don't have to think, and that will like satisfy them.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I'll
Yeah,
share
same.
that.
I
Yes.
just say Sword Art Online so that they can laugh and shut up.
But as anime YouTubers, we are normally the ones judging other people's taste, but
Right.
now we are putting our own taste on the line and we are judging each other's taste and letting you all judge our taste along with us because normally we don't promote our My Anime list or we'll get into what we're doing. But basically, we are going to be showing each other's My Anime list.
Yep.
And then afterwards, we are going to be... if you guys remember, there was this trend in the anime community before called 3x3s, where you basically pick 9 anime in a 3x3 grid that you show to your fellow brethren, and that basically encapsulates kind of your taste of anime.
It's basically just like a Pinterest collage
We're
of
a bunch
anime.
of fucking Tumblr girls in this community.
Yeah, right?
Jesus Christ.
It's
Here's
definitely
my
started,
collage, guys.
it's
Check out my
definitely
collage.
started by like Tumblr or Pinterest or something like
I
that.
think it was started by 4chan, actually.
Was it? Yeah. Of all things 4chan creates, they made this. Yeah, so in Trash Taste spirit, we're going to bring back Trashbox-kun right here. If you guys remember from our Akiba episodes.
Man, that was half a year. That was over half a year ago.
That was
Oh
like
my
6-7 months ago.
Jesus
But
Christ.
we're going to bring it back. And to make it fair, we're going to pull out... oh, wait, what's this doing in here?
Ah, yeah, that was me. I did put that. I've made it very clear how I feel about Funko Pops.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
she's
where it belongs.
She's been living there for a while.
Yeah, you can chill with Mike this episode. We'll give you some spots.
I do want to mention while Joey's pulling out the first name that this is my hidden anime list. So I actually have one from when I was a teenager that I never made public, and people would always ask me for my anime list. So I actually made my anime list under CDog VA and just put like Boku no Pico as like a 10, and then every now and then I get a comment on it being like, "I hate you, Connor."
Yeah.
So hi.
Yeah, my username as well. I mean, I've done a video on it already, so people know. But it's like my username is not even the Anime Man.
Is it not?
Blasphemy.
It was the username I used before I was the Anime Man, which
Right.
is Dazinga.
What are you, a Big Bang
Wait,
Theory fan?
Yeah.
Where did that go? Oh,
Because
okay.
my surname's Bizinger.
Oh, okay.
And is it like Big Bang Theory?
No.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I got him. Bazinga.
Bet
right?
he's never heard that one.
Yeah,
before.
I've never heard of
My
that one.
God.
Right, well, fucking pull a name out of it.
All
Jesus Christ, Joe.
All right.
You've just been like fingering that for
Yeah.
a fucking.
The
millennia
first one
there.
is it's me.
Fantastic.
I'm going
All right,
first.
let's pull up your anime
Let's
list.
check out the Zingers anime list.
Okay. So first thing I got to ask is when was the last time you remember updating this? Because like I'm gonna say this now. We're all picking up our MALs. I haven't updated my MAL in years.
Okay, I'll give you an idea. All right, I'm looking at my watching list right now, and Boku no Hero Academia second season is on here.
Yeah, you've got 91 Days here, and that was like what 3-4 years ago. So that's
No, I've already finished that one though.
yeah, but that's like how long ago was that come out? 91 Days. Like 2 years.
God,
2 years ago? 3 years
no.
ago? Fuck,
Yeah.
I don't
When
know.
did season 2 of My Hero come out? Like 2 years ago?
Yeah, maybe 2 years ago.
No, it was 2 years ago. No,
Was
it
it
wasn't 2
longer
years
than
ago.
that?
It was like fucking
Three guys realized they're boomers.
3-4 years ago.
3-4 years ago. So it's been that long since I've updated it.
Yeah.
All right, okay. I'm
So
looking.
wait, are you telling me you've watched My Hero Academia season 1?
I finished season 1. Yeah.
How come you've like never talked about this before?
Because it was like the most 6 out of 10 show I've ever watched. Like,
Yeah, but you'd normally milk that for all it's worth, being like, "Yo, it's mid, bro. I'm triggering all the little weaves
I
out there."
mean, like I could, but also it's like I don't know. To me, like calling My Hero Academia mid is just as much of a popular opinion as saying that it's a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean?
Okay. The first thing that pops out to me on this.
It's mid, but you gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's all right.
How is
It was-
7 mid?
It was good, but it wasn't like the second coming of Jesus that people call it.
Go on, intro.
The first thing that pops out to me here, right?
Okay.
The first thing that pops out to me here, as like, this is how I know Joey's my fucking brethren here, right? Because as we all know, I started as the Anime Zone,
Right.
and my very first Anime Zone review
Right.
was Bleach,
Yeah.
which I gave a 7. And I can see that Mr. Joey, the anime man, also gave Bleach a 7 out of 10. I mean, despite the fact how much we've shitted on Bleach in our like professional career.
Look. When I shit on Bleach, right? I mean, granted, I've never really like publicly shit on Bleach all that much, right? Like, I didn't make like a fucking Anime Zone review on Bleach or anything. But look, the only thing, it's 3 points off for the Aizen arc. And then everything else was perfect. You know what I mean?
But like that's, I would argue everything after Soul Society. I mean, you can like the the Arankar arc and whatever.
Of course.
The Wekamundo arc was fine as well.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
that.
it was fine. But
I've never watched all Red Bleach.
Really?
No.
You don't need to. You're not missing much.
If you do, just read or watch up to Soul Society, which is the first arc.
Which is what I've heard. You can't just stop if you're like really.
You kinda
into a
have
show.
to.
Yeah, but you can't just though. You want to see it go downhill.
No, you can. You can.
I mean, it depends. Like because Bleach didn't go out with a bang.
I know, yeah.
It just like kind of fizzled out.
Well, I've
And-
watched all like reviews of Bleach for some reason. I've watched like every Eye Patch Wolf video on it, and I'm like, yeah, cool. This sounds good.
Look, don't get me wrong. It was back in the day when it was serializing. It was a super solid shonen manga.
Yeah.
And like, as much as I like to think that I'm like, I like all the underground, like weird, non-mainstream shit.
Yeah.
I love my shonen, and Bleach was one of them. Like, Soul Society arc was fucking awesome.
Honestly, to this day, I think Bleach is one of just the coolest anime to come out. Like, it definitely out of the big three, which is like One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. Bleach was just like that fucking cool kid. You know what I mean?
It always seemed like the edgiest one.
It was definitely the edgiest one.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen what Kubo Taito looks like? He looks like...
I mean, I used to always see the AMVs. It was always Linkin Park with like, Bleach.
I mean, that was pretty much Bleach.
that was Bleach, yeah.
But it always looked like it went better with like Bleach because they had like half skulls and shit. I don't know what was going on with this
It was fucking
man.
sick, dude.
Like the powers were sick. It was just the sword powers were sick. Then like Kubo.
I want to see some more Bankais, goddammit.
Say what you want about Kubo, but like he has a good fashion sense. The way he dressed the characters, they just always looked cool. He had really
the drip was clean.
That's the perfect way to decide.
Bleach characters, the drip was clean.
Like say what you want about Bleach, they had those characters. Had
I would go as far as to say that Bleach might be maybe not the first, but definitely one of the biggest shows that kind of gave like I don't know. Maybe streetwear and animes like collaborations. I would argue maybe came from Bleach.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the characters, especially in like the title panels that he wrote during the manga, like he gave them such cool fucking looking streetwear that honestly you can see people wearing like people being
honestly,
me.
This is why Drip Goku exists.
Yeah, exactly. Bleach is the reason why Drip Goku exists.
Is this a meme?
Yeah. What? Have you not seen Drip
What is
Goku?
Drip Goku?
What is it's this fucking I don't know who made it.
I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll show you. But like it's this fucking meme of like Goku like in the fucking like B-boy stance wearing this fucking drip.
It's like a big meme right now. I don't know why this is a meme. I try to explain it to some people and they're like, but why is it a meme? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know.
But it's a meme.
But the drip is clean.
What is going back to Dragon Ball fans? What is Dragon Ball memes, man? Did this start on Twitter?
I don't know. All I remember seeing is just like Drip Goku.
Yeah.
Drip Goku. It's a meme.
And then Vegeta wearing like the Supreme like sweater as well, just being like, it's clean, man.
Goku got drip, apparently. That's all I
Goku
know.
got drip, bro.
There would be no Drip Goku without Drip Bleach.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Bleach, there'd be no
I don't
drip
know.
Goku.
I feel like every kind of Dragon Ball meme under the sun has just been like every cancerous meme in like literally cancerous memes in terms of the Dragon Ball community.
Like you're lost for words. You're like, what the
I
fuck
am
do I
lost for
say?
words. I'm just like,
I'm surprised you've never seen it. It's all over Twitter.
So you rated Bleach the same as My Hero Season 1. Would you still stand by that?
Yeah, I would. Because, like, look, as much as I don't think My Hero is like the second coming of Christ, Season 1 was solid as fuck. Like, I enjoyed it.
I would say for me, My Hero, it goes Season 2, then Season 1, then Season 3. Right. We haven't had Season 4 yet, have we?
I don't even know.
Wait, no, we haven't.
I don't think so.
No, we have. No,
You know, I don't fuck this too
No,
fucking
no, we
season.
haven't. No, we haven't. It's
Maylin,
coming out.
Maylin, have we had a My Hero Academia Season 4?
It's coming?
It's coming.
Okay.
Oh my
Season
God.
4 is coming. So we don't even
We're
know.
such fake anime fans. We don't even know if there's a My Hero Academia Season 4. The most mainstream anime.
Point is,
The biggest three anime tubers don't know if there's a next season of My Hero Academia or not.
So the next one's announced. But I saw on Twitter, everyone was like, the next arc is boring. And I was like, great. So just another year of just mediocre fucking shonen.
Yeah.
Even the biggest shonen right now is just like, yeah, whatever.
No, I mean, like the thing is with My Hero is that I started off really, really liking it, and to me, like out of all the modern shonen, it had the potential to be the greatest, right? Like it had the potential to reach like a higher ceiling than say, something like say Black Clover or Demon Slayer or something like that. But it seems like the setup is there and the potential is there, but there just hasn't been that moment for me to really make me love this. And it seems like the more I watch, just the less and less invested I get in it.
Well, that's how I kind of felt watching Season 1. Like, you know, the first half of Season 1 to me was like, okay, I like this premise. Like, superheroes, quirks. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can see why people are into this. And it's good shit. Like, action scenes were pretty fucking solid. Characters, pretty fucking solid. But then the further along I got, I was just like, yeah, all right, yeah. It's just a shonen.
It's
like,
just good, right?
It's good. It's acceptable.
It's like I struggle to find words just to describe how I feel towards it, because I'm just like at the beginning I'm just like, yeah, I really like this. I'm really hyped for this, and the more I watch, the more I'm just like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's not really much to say about it.
That's all it is. It's just good.
Good.
It's good.
It's adequate.
It's like going to a cousin's birthday party. It's just like, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I'm not that thrilled about it. But I'll turn up.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll
be supportive. You know?
How was your cousin's birthday? It was good.
Yeah, it was fine.
Good. It was fine.
Yeah. You know, that's how I feel. That's how the show is.
That's
in my
it.
mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
but that's the thing. Like, people make it out to be, because I'm not, you know, praising the shit out of it publicly. People immediately think, oh, Joey hates My Hero Academia. I don't hate My Hero Academia. I just think it's fine.
I just cry every time Deku talks, man. I don't know why. That's kind of how
I'm
the
not a
show
fan
is.
of Deku. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Deku either.
I don't understand why people love Bakugo so much. I feel like, is there something like gone wrong in the childhood of the girls who are like really into him?
I don't
like
get
to
it.
me, it's like he's just kind of an asshole.
I understand. Okay, I understand why people love Todoroki. Like that is like set up to be fan favorite.
Yeah.
Why Bakugo is people's favorites, I don't understand.
It's like the worst kid in school, and everyone's like, "I love this kid." And
it's like people like we're talking about Bleach. It's like back in Bleach days when people said that Renji was their favorite. I'm like, what? He's just an angry kid.
And they're like, "No, he's a nice guy secretly." And I'm like, "Have you ever met someone who's an asshole in real life who's secretly nice?" They're the fucking worst.
What's weird to me, right, is like, the same kind of Twitter accounts and the same kind of fan base I see like defending Baku and having him as their favorite character is like the same kind of accounts that I see fucking trying to cancel people for like 10-year-old tweets or something like that. And like here they're trying to cancel people for that, and here they are being like, oh, I mean, Bakugo like was a bully back in like middle school, whatever, but he's like turned around now. He's a good guy now. He's got
friends to support him now.
It's a lot easier to get behind a fictional character's turnaround story.
Yeah, exactly. Than a real person's story, right?
Like there's people defending Vegeta, and he fucking tried to blow up the planet 2 arcs ago, man. Jesus fucking Christ.
But it's all right. He's a good guy now.
But speaking of Vegeta, you gave Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z both a 9 out of 10. I thought Dragon Ball was shit.
No, it's good. Oh, like
a 9? Are you gonna look me in the eye and say the original Dragon Ball is a 9?
No.
Okay, that's good.
Again, this puts into perspective how long ago it was that I probably put that in.
Like, how many fucking Doraemon movies? You gave fucking a Doraemon movie a masterpiece. You gave that a 10, and you gonna give
Wait, which one? Which Doraemon movie?
There's so goddamn many. 16 you gave a 10. What is special about 16?
Okay, that
was it
movie,
like the Schindler's List of Doraemon
no,
movies?
Okay,
like,
that was the third Doraemon movie.
I think it's 16.
No, the remake is 16.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the original is the third one, which I couldn't find, which doesn't exist on my anime list for some reason.
All right, okay.
But I gave that a 10 purely because I watched that movie. That was one of the first Doraemon movies I ever watched, and I mean, if you guys don't know,
right. Yeah, okay, I'm the bad guy now. I get it.
Yeah, it's good. Like that. Fine. Honestly, like swear, like even now, I could probably rewatch that movie and still find it enjoyable. Yeah. I don't know. Doraemon holds a special place in my heart, as you can tell from the amount of fucking Doraemon movies I play.
Yeah. I'm just like, I didn't even know there were this many Doraemon movies.
Dude, they're still making Doraemon movies.
I'm surprised someone else has been watching Doraemon like further along than when they were a kid watching on TV, because that's the only exposure I've ever had to Doraemon.
Yeah, right.
I probably would never go out my way to watch a fucking Doraemon movie, right?
I completely understand. If you did not grow up with Doraemon, I do not blame you for not watching a single Doraemon movie or episode, because that shit's hard to get into as an adult.
Yeah.
But if you grew up with it like I did, then you can easily go back and watch
I don't know, man. To me, it's kind of like, as a grown-ass adult, I'll just like watch the fucking Teletubbies movie or something, right? Like,
or it's like Dora the Explorer live action, you know what I mean?
Exactly,
like,
You've had to like talk to like a niece or something, and then you're like, "Oh, show me what you watch," and you watch it. You're like, "What the fuck is happening? This shit's wild, bro. What is this?"
That's probably what my parents thought when I was watching Doraemon. I was like, "What the fuck is this blue thing?"
I noticed you gave Fullmetal Alchemist and Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood both a 7.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's like My Hero. It was
come
good.
on, you're just being Brotherhood is not. It's like at least an 8 or a 9.
It was acceptable. I mean, okay, look.
Acceptable?
Yeah, it was acceptable.
Hold on. Let me act. Let me act angry.
Okay.
Wait, you gave Fullmetal Alchemist a 7? How dare you, Joey? How dare you? I am so fucking offended right now.
It is.
The audacity of this bitch, man. The audacity.
To the new viewers, Garn has never watched
that scene with Nina and the dog. Mike, did you not get the feels from that?
I'm not.
I love how that's the first thing you think of.
I'm not trying to say like you need to give it like a 10. I'm just saying I think it's like minimum 8.
Okay, here's the thing. With that one, I still stand by that to this day, because like a lot of people, it was not the first anime I watched. I watched that way after it came out.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, but it was probably one of the first ones you watched, right?
For like first 20.
Yeah, exactly.
But does that count?
This might have been in like the first 200 for me.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like out of all the anime I've watched, it's definitely one of the better stories.
Here's the thing. My experience with Fullmetal Alchemist is basically Gaunt's next step, which is because I hear about it so much, I watched it out of obligation. Gaunt hasn't got to this stage yet.
I haven't got to that stage yet. Every time someone asks me, a day gets added on.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure, like,
and I was like that as well. And I'm just like, you know what? I got time. I'll fucking watch it just because I hear about it.
Both of them in the same like sitting, or like how did you?
No, I watched. So people were like, okay, you don't have to watch the first Fullmetal Alchemist. Just watch Brotherhood, right? You hear that all the fucking time. But I'm like, no, I want to see why people are saying that, right? So I watched the original, and I was like, okay, this was adequate. So Brotherhood must be a lot better, like a lot better. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I think it is.
And I watched it, I was like, yeah, it's better, but
like
it's essentially the same thing.
A point higher better.
It's essentially
it's
not.
not.
The first Fullmetal Alchemist is like a low 7, and Brotherhood is like a high 7. It is. That's all it is to me.
Also, I'm critiquing your scores here, knowing that some of these anime I've also scored myself, but I have no idea what I scored. Because my list was done in 2014. So we're talking, holy shit, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Also, I see you've given Naruto a 6 compared to Bleach. So would you say that you preferred Bleach over Naruto?
Absolutely, I prefer Bleach over Naruto. Dude,
Really?
I have never dropped a show more times than I have Naruto. Like, Naruto has been one of those shows where it's like, I've watched it, I've read it and watched it like close to the end.
Yeah.
But along that way, there were so many points throughout Naruto where I'm just like, maybe it's not worth it.
And you didn't get that with Bleach at all?
No, I did get that with Bleach once during the Aizen arc.
That's it?
Yeah.
I mean, Bleach for me was just like a constant downhill. Naruto just kind of went up and down. And I think back sometimes and I think, was Naruto a good show? Would it hold up to this day? And I still think some of the best parts of Naruto are still like are fucking amazing. Like,
yeah. No, again, and that's why I probably gave it a 6, right? It's because like I completely understand why it is one of the most beloved anime out there today, right? And so like I saw parts of that, but again, I didn't grow up with Naruto like a lot of people did. Like, this was, again, another show that
this is just another shonen for you, right?
This is just another shonen for me.
Right.
Yeah. So, again, I'm not saying that Naruto is bad. I'd just like to point that out. It's not bad, but it's not a 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay. I'm trying to see what else.
I feel like I'm getting interrogated. You know what I mean?
This is an interrogation.
It's an interrogation. This is like weeb interrogation.
This is like true crime weeb edition, you know? So, yes.
Notice his hand movement. His hands are off the table, saying that he is quite nervous.
So, like, we're not like, okay, so what is the lowest one that you've rated on here? I'm trying to see.
Probably a 1.
I'm trying to see. Oh, I think it's Pupa.
Yeah, oh, yeah, Pupa. I gave Pupa a 1. I think I gave Boku no Pico a 1.
Yeah. The biggest thing that surprised me going through your list is, okay, be honest. Have you completed every anime you've scored on here?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
No fucking way.
There's so fucking many.
Except for maybe Sazae-san.
You completed Sazae-san? Completed it.
I haven't completed Sazae-san because it's still going after 50 years. But other than Sazae-san, I honestly think I have finished everything.
Because, like, I remember because when we're going to get to my list, one of the reasons why my list seems like a lot emptier is because if I don't complete a show, I just don't bother putting it in my list.
Right.
And
well, that's why I have like the on hold section as well.
Oh, you got the fucking.
Yeah.
When did you stop updating this, man? When did like 4
years ago?
You really were the anime man before this. What the fuck? You watched so much anime.
Yeah. You've also rated Tokyo Ghoul season 1 the same as season 2.
Right.
Come on, they are nowhere near
to be fair, I would rate. What did I give season 1 and 2?
What do you think you gave season 1 and 2?
I think I gave season 1 and 2 like a 7, maybe.
You did.
Okay, yeah.
Season 2
I would give season 2 maybe like a 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like not even remotely the same.
I give it like a 4.
About?
I don't know what I was on about. Yeah, I give it like a 4.
Trigun a 7. You stand by that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, there were a lot of parts about Trigun I really enjoyed, but I think the problem with Trigun is that I was a little too overhyped when I came into it.
Right.
Because I heard so many people being like, yo, Trigun is like same levels as like, you know, Bacano, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai. It's like up there with the big like classic leagues. And I'm like, all right, I'll get into it. And I watched it, and again, it was good, but not to give spoilers, but the last quarter of Trigun, I was like, the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the last quarter of Trigun was fucking great.
It was great.
I enjoyed it, but I was like,
what the fuck's going on?
I enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's been a long time
I
since I
say this,
watched
I
it.
haven't watched it in literally a decade now, I think.
It's been a long time since I watched Trigun.
Zetsuno Tempest as well. You gave that a 7. That is like if there was a benchmark for 7 out of 10 shows, it would be Zetsuno
Tempest.
It would be Zetsuno Tempest.
I actually, I can't remember what I rated.
It's like the one that's like isn't it based on the Shakespeare?
It's based on Shakespeare's.
I mean, was it based on Shakespeare? Because I think it was an anime original.
Very loosely inspired off a Shakespeare story. I don't remember which one it was, but I gave it points because at the time it was quite creative and new.
I really liked it. Like, it's one of... I put Zetsu and the Tempest in the same category as I do Darker Than Black. Where when I watched it, it was kind of like... When I think back, I was like, it seems average in my memory, but for some reason, it sticks with me. And I always think back to the show.
Right. What did you see?
What did you see?
What?
No, go on, finish
what?
it.
No, I did finish my point.
What?
Yuri on Ice, a 3.
Yeah.
Were you just trying to like piss off Twitter that day?
No, I just genuinely thought it was fucking boring.
Not a 3.
I just thought it was fucking boring. I'm sorry.
No.
Look.
Come on.
I don't want to get into this again, man. Like, at the time, I got so much shit for it.
Yeah, I remember. Did you make an apology video?
Yeah. No, because I said that I didn't like Yuri on Ice.
You made an apology video.
It's because at the time, like Yuri on Ice was like the hottest thing, right? Back like I don't remember when it was, like 2016, 2017, something like that. And all I said in the video was, I don't think Yuri on Ice was I said something along the lines of 99% of people watch Yuri on Ice for the yaoi elements. 1% watch it for the actual sport element. And so many Yuri on Ice stans called me homosexual because of... Oh, sorry, not homosexual. Called me...
Doesn't come out the closet yet.
Not homosexual. They called me homophobic. Yeah, they call me homophobic because of it. First of all... A, I'm not homophobic.
Well, you also gave 3 a 5, Joey. So,
yeah,
man, this is looking pretty bad for the...
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Are you...
because 3, I gave a higher score than Yuri on Ice. Because Kyoto Animation animated that way better than they did Yuri on Ice. So.
I don't really think there's any any review that you could warrant that Yuri on Ice is below a 5. Like, it was a really good story. Like, it was minimum 5, I think. What would you give it, guys?
What would you give it?
I would give it a 6, I think.
Yeah, but like could you reasonably put it below a 5, like at a 4?
I mean, if it's not your thing, because the thing about
story,
it wasn't my thing.
The thing about Yuri on Ice is that they introduced way too many characters, and they just like kind of didn't focus on any of them.
Also, I'm sorry, I couldn't stand the main fucking character.
I love the guy who just came while he's dancing. That guy was funny as fuck.
Oh yeah, again, there were some funny parts about it. There's a reason why I didn't give it a 1, right? Like there were some parts about it that I enjoyed.
Wow. There's a reason I didn't give it a 1.
Yeah. There's a reason I didn't give it a 1. There were some parts about it, but like, was it a fucking like slog to watch all of it? Yeah.
No, it was good.
I was like, fun. Every episode passed, I was like, I could be watching something else.
Surprised Aki hasn't beat you up for saying something like that. Yeah, I thought she really liked it.
Yeah, no, she likes it, and she's like, well, that's your opinion.
All right, here's something I noticed. All right. Kiss Exis.
Oh yeah,
masterpiece.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
So do you want to explain why it's not either like a 1 or a 10?
Well, I'm guessing it's not a 1 because he came to a realization with his friend.
Yeah. No, if I had put that in my list like after the first time I watched it with my friend, I would have given it a 10. Right.
But
then I rewatched it because I was like, I was drunk as shit when I watched that the first time. Let me rewatch it just to double check.
There's some
anime and I was like, it's good. Not a 10 though.
some of these anime, I'm like, why would you subject yourself to this shit?
Yeah.
Because back then, this is when I was like literally watching everything that came out.
Attention all Phantom Thieves! This episode is sponsored by AFK Arena, who are doing a Persona 5 collaboration which you can get involved with right now.
Unlike the super grindy RPG games like we all know that I despise because I don't like wasting any time in my life, AFK Arena, like the name would suggest, allows you to play without even playing, which is a dream come true.
That is optimized to the max, Connor.
Hell yes. For example, I could be cooking, sleeping, shitting, and I'll still be getting XP for my characters.
I could be doing all 3 at the same time and still be getting experience.
I would be worried if you were.
Man, that is just min-maxing life.
You could also be listening to the Trash Taste podcast. Hey, that's us.
Auto-collect resources, quickly level up in-game gear, all while being busy. You can enjoy the various gameplay modes in the game, such as PvE, Dungeons, Arena, King Towers, and more.
Tell me what you love about AFK Arena, Gaunt.
So what I love about AFK Arena, as someone who plays a lot of gacha games, is that there are some games where you properly have to focus when you're grinding. But thankfully, AFK Arena allows you to skip all that.
AFK Arena has collaborated with multiple properties before, including Assassin's Creed, Overlord, and now Persona 5.
Do you know Persona 5, Joey?
Yes, it's only my favorite game of all time.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, I never saw this coming.
Kill me.
That's a joke, right? In Persona, right?
You're killing me. So yeah, Persona 5 is one of my favorite JRPGs of all time. It's aesthetic, it's funky, it's classic, and it plays really well. And I love all the characters and gameplay. Honestly, everything about it, I enjoy the hell out of.
It is the aesthetic of it. It's just chef's kiss.
I have replayed that game about 5 or 6 times.
While Persona 5 is a renowned JRPG for its unique art style, AFK Arena is also known for its fresco painting-like character design.
During the crossover, you can try out 2 of their newest heroes, Joker and Queen.
Which also happens to be 2 of my favorite characters in the game. Really? So I'm extra excited.
Well, you can try them free for 3 days.
Hell yeah!
Yay!
There are ways to get them completely free after, but you can also purchase the bundle to claim them immediately if you don't want to wait.
So while you listen or watch the rest of the episode, download AFK Arena right now and play it at the same time. Use code Persona5 for 500 diamonds, 500 hero essence, 500k gold. Oh my god! Links are in the description, so go and download it right now.
Thank you very much to AFK Arena for sponsoring this episode. Back to the video. What I will say about this, going through this, is that you've finished a lot of shows that I've watched like a few episodes of, and they're not going to be on my list, but you've like just straight up finished them and scored them.
I don't trust someone who would get through some of these shows.
What do you mean?
I think there's something wrong. Something's gone wrong in the head to make you keep watching.
You have to understand, like, back in, like, 2016, 2015, this is all I fucking did.
Like, no fucking wonder you burnt out on anime when you're, like, when you're actually finishing most of these shows.
Yeah.
Like, you know in the movie Old Boy when that guy's trapped in that room for like 10 years? Like I'm pretty sure he watched less anime than this. Like how do you get through this
not gonna
stuff?
lie, like I'm looking through my list right now and like I commend
like
my past self for the fact that I finished Infinite Straddle season 2.
Like past
No, it wasn't the fact that you finished season 1. You went through season 2.
You swear,
like, my fucking
swear
god.
that you didn't lie on any of these that you
No,
like.
okay, legit. Other than Sazae-san, I 100% have finished all these.
All right, well, fuck.
Yeah, and that is like I swear on my own grave.
A little fucking reaction there to say bullshit, but I'll say fine.
I swear I finished
All right. I mean, overall, your list is like exactly what I'd expect. It's just like you give the shows that are universally accepted to be good ratings, and you give the shows that are universally to be bad ratings.
Yeah.
I mean, I have good taste. What can I say?
You have the public taste, I'd say.
I don't think I have the public taste.
It's pretty in line.
I gave Uranus a 3. That's far from public taste.
Yeah, you can't just do one.
That was your one hot take. I will notice you gave Charlotte a 7. Yeah. And that's a pretty high score for what I think is
I would
Jun Maeda's like worst piece of work.
Yeah, I would give that realistically like a 5.
Would you say if the director is esteemed or like the showmakers are esteemed, you're more likely to give a fairer review?
I think if I'm a fan of like the creator or like the studio or like someone in the production team, then I'm more willing to give it, like, you know, say like Charlotte, right? Like that's a Maeda Jun production. And like I love everything Maeda Jun makes, but so I gave it a 7. But realistically, thinking back on Charlotte now, realistically, I give it like a 4 or 5.
See, this is why I'm the perfect critic, because I just don't know anything. So I just go in,
you don't know anybody in the
I go into the show and I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck the studio made this.
Yeah.
Like, let's just watch.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone's like, Bones? Who's Bones?
What is Bones?
You gave it another a 9?
Yeah.
You think no! What?
Yeah.
What?
No, you don't stand by that, right?
No,
come on.
I'd still give it like an 8.
Oh my
God. I really enjoyed it. I don't care what anyone says. I really enjoyed it. But then again, I'm a fucking horror anime simp, so
that's like an anagram for I have shit taste.
Yeah,
that's what I
because there is no good horror anime.
What do you mean?
Have you
watched Mononoke?
That's not a horror.
I mean, that's
I rest my case.
That's a horror in the same way that like fucking Monster is a horror. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Monster is a horror.
That's a horror the same way that fucking Grave of Fireflies is a horror. Like it's a different kind of vibe, bro.
What are you talking about?
You know how I mean? It's not like it's scary. You know, it's kind of like the.
I don't know, man. I was pretty fucking on edge when I watched Mononoke.
Yeah, it's unnerving.
We gotta get on with the show anyway.
It's unnerving, but it's not like it's definitely not on the same kind of genre as Another, which is just Final Destination, the anime adaptation, but even campier. Yeah. And
I like the campiness of it. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I love my fucking like B-grade horror films, man. Like to me, Another was like a really good B-grade horror.
Are you trying to defend the fucking umbrella scene?
That's the worst.
Yeah.
How did you not burst out laughing when that happened, man?
Maybe because I watched it.
The entire last two episodes.
A Mr. Bean episode at times. Like, you can't make this shit up.
The entire last 2 episodes was just a fucking slapstick comedy.
I just thought,
might as well put some Benny Hill music on that shit.
I really love the campiness of it. I don't know why.
All right, fuck that shit.
I completely get why people hate Another. I just thought it was really like tongue in cheek, like campy and fun.
Right.
Give me the box. Let me pull out the next one.
All right.
So it's gonna be funny if I pull out myself. All right. And the next list we're going to be discussing
is
Gaunt.
mine. Wow,
Right,
I guess
Gaunt.
we're just going in order now.
All right.
Okay.
Who fucking needed
So-
this anyway?
I can't remember when I've last updated this because I stopped updating my Mao and I moved over
I guess
to
you can see what the most recent.
and I
show
moved
is.
over to Kitsu, so it depends if Kitsu is auto updating this. But this is going to be my teenage taste, I'm guessing. So
Teenage taste.
I
I can tell this is your teenage taste because, like, I don't know. In a past episode, you talked so much shit about Akira, and yet you've given it an 8 out of 10.
oh my god!
Have
I actually?
What would you give it now?
I'd give it like a 6.
A 6?
I'd
Okay.
give
Well,
it
you're
like
still
a
dead
6.
to me, so
What
it's
do you
alright.
What do you think you gave Akamega Kill? I'm just curious.
I was about to.
Is it really low? Was
no,
it
no,
like
I'm
a
just
3?
curious.
Yeah, what did you give?
3 or something?
What would you rate it today if I asked you to rate Akamega Kill?
like 2?
Really?
2.
It's
3.
not that bad.
Yeah, I would also give it the same.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty shit.
Okay,
It's
wait,
a-
wait,
it's a
wait. What
6
did
out of 10.
You gave it
What
a
did I-
4. You gave it a 4.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Teenage
yeah,
me, I'd say.
yeah.
So, okay, Akamega Kill was one of those shows where I thought was awful, and then all the comments were, the manga's better. The manga's better. Trust me, guys, the manga's better. So it was one of those few times where I called them on their bluff, right? I called the manga readers on their bluff, and I read the manga up to the end, right? And I'm just like, this is just the same shit, just elongated. You know what I mean? Everyone was complaining about the anime-only ending of Akamega Kill, but the manga is like equally as edgy, but it just elongates. It just has a different ending, and it's equally as bad in my opinion.
You also rated Aldenus 0.
Yeah, you gave it a 6.
Yeah, you gave that season 1 a 6 and season 2 a 6. But season 2, come on, is infinitely worse than season 1.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Aldenus season 1, Aldenus 0 season 1 is actually like pretty decent, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
Aldeno's, you talk good stuff about Aldeno Zero.
Aldeno Zero season 1. I don't remember why.
Did you
I gave
maybe
it.
finish both of them at the same time? Like you
Maybe.
finished season 2 and was like, I'm pissed off with the shitty
Maybe
show.
because I remember Aldeno season 1 being pretty interesting, and then
fun.
it was great, and then the cliffhanger season ending happened, and it was just like, holy shit, this is super interesting. And then season 2 just kind of pissed on everything that
And
season
then
1
he
set
literally
up.
became like Kirito and started like being the god at like
yeah,
Yanks, and it was like,
I know
Yeah.
this is like Teenage Gaunt's list because you
Okay.
gave Bakato Testo an 8.
Dude. Okay. I still stand by that.
Yeah,
it is
fun.
pretty
But you also
funny.
gave season 2 an 8 as well.
You gave
Season 2 is not as good as season 1.
I've never watched Baka. What is Baka to Test about?
Bakato Testo, it's just like a comedy, like kind of trashy, like romance ecchi.
That sounds
light
right
novel.
up his alley.
To be honest, I like it, so I thought it was really
The
good.
man who
It was pretty good.
The human ambassador for domestic girlfriend. That
It
sounds
was-
right up his fucking alley.
It was like one of the first comedy anime that actually made me laugh, and I didn't think was generic. And now
I have
It was-
laughed
it
since
was
birth.
and now that I look back, I think it was probably pretty generic. I don't know. Like I look at the art style, and I'm just like, this is premium mid 2000s anime. It
Yeah.
is nothing interesting to say about this.
You gave
at all.
Bakano a 10 as well. I like
Yep,
that. I like
yep,
that.
yep.
agree with
I
that.
I think we all gave Bakato a 10. I gave it a 10.
stick
If I
by
didn't
that.
give it a 10 on my list, I don't know what.
That's
me
why.
was.
That's why I'm curious to see what your 3x3s are, because that's where like the real personality test comes
Yeah.
in.
Hold on. I gotta ask that. Maylene, do we have beers?
Oh no, Nabi gave me some beers.
We have
Nabi-
beers? Okay,
Yeah,
good. I'm
yeah.
just checking. Need to make sure.
Okay.
Because it'd be fun.
Oh no, we also have.
Oh yeah, we got the Pekora
We
juice.
also have Pekora Umeshu.
Pekora juice.
You like that, like Connor? You like that?
Pekora juice.
We're gonna be smashing some of this, right,
Hell
Connor?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fuck the beers.
No, don't
Fuck
even.
the
He
beers.
doesn't even deserve Pekora juice, dude. Like, give it to
I would
me.
rather have a beer than.
You don't want some of Pekora's goodness.
You don't want Pekora juice, dude?
So I noticed as well that you also gave Batum an 8.
Yeah.
And Joey gave Batum a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually would side more with Gaunt on this one.
Really?
Even though it did end kind of shit.
Well, yeah, wasn't the ending absolute shit?
But the show was really fun. And
the
that
show was-
opening was a banger.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Opening, fucking 10 out of 10.
Dude, fucking 10 out of 10 opening.
Yeah.
Batum, the show, that was just pure fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it is.
Yeah, dude, it was good.
It was fucking great. It was one of the few death games that didn't feel like it was a battle royale ripoff.
Right,
Because
right.
the problem with every death game anime is that
battle
it
royale
feels
ripoff.
like a virgin battle royale. You know what I mean? Battle royale did it, and like, why would I want to watch anything else? But
True,
Batum just. It was just like, it didn't try to
Yeah.
pretend that it wasn't a battle royale
Yeah.
ripoff, but it just like
really like
it
Batum.
went off
Yeah.
that, and it just was a hell of a lot of fun.
I don't no. I think I gave it a lower score. I think when I first finished it, I also gave it maybe like a 7 or an 8. But then I read the manga and I was like, oh yeah, compared to that, it wasn't that great.
I guess for some reason, like Batum has always been one of those shows that, like, stuck with me. I don't know why. Like, I've always just wanted the season 2.
I mean, I
still think about it.
Yeah,
And I still think about why it didn't have a season 2. Like, I know Sydney read the manga, and she said the manga's also pretty good.
The manga's way better.
Is it actually good?
Yeah, the manga's way better. Okay, you gave Eromanga Sensei a 10, so you're dead to me. But you are my brother because you gave Gankutsuo a 10, which I also agree with.
Yes.
You gave Code Geass Season 1 a 10 and Code Geass Season 2 an 8. Oof. What are your thoughts on that, Con?
Okay,
what are your thoughts on that?
Okay.
I'm interested.
So I remember giving it a 10. Okay, so the thing about Code Geass, right, is I gave it a 10 the first time I watched it because I thought it was like a fucking masterpiece. It was perfect. It was everything. I rewatched Code Geass with Sydney, and there was a lot of flaws in season 1 that I guess I just kind of ignored as a kid, or just like kind of forgot about.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like I remember rewatching it and I'm just like, why is there an episode dedicated to chasing a cat? And how did I just blank this from my memory? Like,
that episode was very shit.
Like because I remember first watching Code Geass, it was like easy 10 out of 10. This is like the greatest anime can become. And I think I just remember the good points of Code Geass because there was a lot of like plot holes and everything. Like, it's how can we spoil Code Geass?
Yeah, I think it's we're gonna spoil Code Geass.
Okay,
I think it's universally it's like the
skip to this timestamp below because Code Geass. If you haven't watched Code Geass and you want to watch it, it's one of the most spoilable shows out there. But I remember rewatching it and I'm just like, man, they really had to like twist the plot in order to make Nina, or what was not Nina, Euphemia, just fucking massacre everyone. Right? Because I remember watching it and I'm just thinking, man, the plot's kind of over now. Everything's sorted. And it was just the most...
Racism is over.
Everyone go home.
Yeah. It was just the most roundabout way of like, okay, guys, we're gonna make the plot continue. How can we make the plot continue? Yeah. And it was literally, it was literally a scene where Lelouch goes, haha, wouldn't it be funny if I told you to kill the Japanese? Haha, psych. And then it wasn't psych.
That did happen, right?
Yeah. And I just remembered thinking, wow, I remember thinking as a kid that was a huge plot twist, and now watching it as an adult, I'm just like,
this is stupid.
I'm just like, oh, this kind of doesn't make sense. This is kind of pretty cheap right there.
Yeah.
This is pretty cheap writing.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I would give Code Geass season 1 maybe an 8.
I think because the highs of Code Geass are so good.
Yeah.
That, like you almost forgive it.
The highs are very high.
So you forgive it for a lot of the shit it does.
Yeah.
Like,
and then season 2 was like that was I don't know what it is about season 2. That was like a car crash that somehow
Roller was the reason. Roller.
Season 2 was a car crash that somehow perfectly parallel parked. Like it was an absolute disaster, and somehow it like just landed its ending perfectly. And I remember rewatching Code Geass R2 after season 1, and after going on the problems I had with season 1, season 2 just took all the like small problems with season 1 and just extrapolated to them. So like, let's take every stupid plot twist in season 1 and just make it 10 times bigger.
True.
And I think the exact moment that lost me in season 2 was like it was Lelouch. It was the I am Spartacus scene, but just with Lelouch.
Oh yeah, that was
And I just thought, okay, this is not clever anymore.
Yeah,
it's just stupid. And everything up to that till like the final 3 episodes was fucking dumb. But
they stick the landing, man.
But like the ending is still, I think, the best ending ever in anime.
It's up there, yeah.
I would think
I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I would think it's probably the best, off the top of my head, the best ending anime has produced so far. So God knows.
Is that an unpopular opinion?
God knows.
Okay, hold on a second. I'd like to point out, for someone who says he doesn't like Ghibli films, you gave Mononoke Hime a 10.
Yeah.
Will you stick by that? Because if you do, then I can high five you. But if not, the backhand is coming.
Okay. What did I give Spirited Away?
Let me see.
Because I think thinking back, Mononoke is one of my...
You gave Spirited Away a 9.
Okay, then
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I really had to think about that because I don't like Ghibli films, but I think Mononoke and Spirited Away are some of the few where I stick
It's
by
good.
them.
Come on,
I
you gotta admit,
stick by them.
I also love how you gave Gyo a 6. That's pretty fucking high if you ask me.
I thought he was good.
Have you read the manga though?
I have read the manga.
How did you give it a 6?
But I watched.
I think I gave it like a
what
3.
What is Gyo?
Gyo
is a Junji Ito manga.
Gyo is a Junji Ito manga that.
And they made a movie about it like 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and it is horrendous.
I think it is. I think it was a fun movie. I had a fun time watching. Okay,
I was so sad watching it.
Because the thing about Gyo is that I watched the anime not knowing any background about it, not knowing it was Junji Ito. I thought it was just a campy B movie horror movie, which it is. But I remember because I went into there thinking it was going to be absolute trash. And I watched it, and despite it actually being, trashy, and it was trash, it gave me the same kind of enjoyment as you do watching a shitty B movie horror.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like it was shitty animation. Because Gyo, the movie, was animated by Ufotable.
Yeah.
And man, you can see some effort being put into this, man.
Yeah, but you also got to admit that like the 3D, some of the 3D elements, I was just like, God, this is ugly. But is that a good thing because it's a horror? Like, I don't even know.
To be fair, in 2012, it wasn't, they weren't very good.
Yeah.
No.
It was compared to some of the 3D that came out in 2012, compared to like Studio Gonzo Gantz 3D, which just makes me want to vomit when I think about it.
Don't remind me.
Like it was good looking 3D.
Yeah, true.
Like Ufotable put some effort into that, and I respect them for doing that.
You watched Halo Legends. I think you're the only person on my anime list who watched that.
I didn't even know there was an anime for Halo.
Yeah, oh my god.
R.I.P. to the other 19,000 people who have rated this show for some reason.
I think I watched that was my stint when I watched that and the Mass Effect anime as well.
What do you think you give Halo Legends? Did I say what you gave it?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't. I can't.
Give it a 4, Gone.
Okay,
Wow.
good.
Wow.
I stick by that.
Okay, hold on a second. You gave ReZero Season 1 a 6.
Did I actually?
Yeah.
Oh, no. God.
What's that about?
Ooh, okay.
Why the 6?
Okay.
What would you give it a 6?
What would you give it? I think I gave it a
7 or an 8.
7 or an 8, yeah.
I'll give it an 8 probably.
Okay. I don't know why I gave it a 6. I think it was because everyone was hyping it up, and I want
to be different.
I was kind of underwhelmed by it.
Right.
Now, because I have rewatched Zero in preparation for season 2, I would give it a 7. But I remember coming out of ReZero just feeling empty, right? And because it kind of like I had a good time watching it, and it was just a gut reaction of it was a good time, and I'm probably gonna forget this show in a few years, and I didn't end up forgetting it. So
You also gave Space Dandy a 6 as well.
I really like Space Dandy.
I really liked it too.
If you look at it like a Saturday morning cartoon, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Space Dandy was. It was a very hit or miss for me.
You gave Sword Art Online and Sword Art Online 2 also a 6.
Wait.
So in God's opinion, Space Dandy and SAO on the same level.
Honestly,
on top of that, he also gave Guilty Crown a 5. So would you say that? Would you say that SAO is better?
SAO is better than Guilty Crown.
Would you say that SAO is better than Guilty Crown?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
I think you're a little harsh on Guilty Crown.
Yeah, I was a little harsh on Guilty Crown. Guilty Crown, I would give a higher score. But going to SAO versus Space Dandy, I mean, I rate this based on my pure enjoyment, and Space Dandy was either like 9 on enjoyment or a 2, depending on the episode, which is probably why I rated it as 6. There was some killer episodes, and then there was some episodes that were just a fucking drag, where Sword Art Online was just like a constant. It was
a plateau.
It was just a constant 6. I watched this. I'm trash. I enjoy this. Whatever. Move on. You know what I mean?
Do you care to explain this one, Gone?
Okay.
JoJo 7. What's up with that? Come on.
Wait,
is it part 1?
Is it the original one?
No. The original one he gave a 6, which you also watched.
Oh,
but the OVA ones,
OVAs. Okay.
Season 1. You haven't rated any other JoJos except for 1. So I'm going to take this as the JoJo series as a whole. Gone.
Okay, no, I rated part 1. Well, season 1.
It is a 7.
It is a 7.
It's a 7.
I'll stick.
I just wanted to get angry for something. I just wanted to get riled up a little bit.
You also gave Totoro an 8.
Okay, that's wrong. That's I don't know what the fuck was I thinking. Was I trying to look like I had good taste? Oh my god, no! It's a fucking 4 in my opinion.
What do you think you gave Kuroko no Basket?
8?
You did, yeah. I'm surprised. I honestly thought you would bash Kuroko no more.
I love Kuroko.
Did you? Okay. For some reason I thought you hated Kuroko. I love Kuroko.
No, I love Kuroko, and Kuroko was the sports anime that got me back into sports anime. So no,
What?
You watched all of Makaku City Actors?
Yes.
Yeah, I noticed that. He gave it a 4, which I would also agree with.
What the fuck? How did you sit through all that?
It was just, I don't know, I liked the aesthetic, and I don't know why. It was just, maybe I was just high that day, and I
was so disappointed with that, because I loved the novels.
Yeah, because
and they just completely fucking destroyed it.
It was me going through, it was me after watching Bakemonogatari and going through the Shaft hype.
Right,
and I'm just like, this is going to get better.
Yeah,
this is by Studio Shaft.
I legitimately thought that Makaku City Actors was like a gay porn novel because of the internet. Because it's all you ever see about Makaku City Actors online is like gay stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's a large Fujoshi fan base for Makaku City Actors.
And bro, the OP of Makaku City Actors is a fucking banger. I still listen to that shit.
It's great
all the time.
What do you think you gave Monster?
Did I give it a 10?
You did.
Okay, good.
I honestly,
I would agree.
I'd stand by that.
Yeah, I would.
I love Monster.
Yeah.
It's one of those animes that like I dropped and then came back to.
Yeah.
And that I was so glad that I picked back up because it's really fucking slow in the start.
Yeah.
It is really
Jesus
slow,
Christ.
but I feel like Monster is a rarity of an anime where it's an anime that has an amazing manga that could have easily be sliced up and have a shitty adaptation. But Monster is one of the few epic, like, masterpiece manga that got a masterpiece adaptation. So
I mean, like, thank God it got 70-something episodes that it did.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
No,
could you imagine if Monster was a 24
exactly.
episode or a 12
that's
episode?
why I'm scared if
Yeah.
20th Century Boys ever gets adapted, man. Because that's like Monster, but even longer and even more.
Also, I find it hilarious that you gave Iki Tosen a 2.
What's Iki Tosen?
Do you want to explain what Iki Tosen
Iki
is?
Tosen is like, imagine like the show that birthed shows like High School of the Dead. You know what I mean?
God.
It is a battle fan service show, and back in the day, this was the most degenerate kind of fan servicey titty action show you could
It's
get.
like so many like weird boomers fucking love Iki Tosen.
Yeah.
And Gus just like, nope. Fuck your memories. It's shit.
No, I mean, I look back now, and maybe I'd rate it higher. I don't know. It's
I would rate it like maybe like a 4 purely because it's just so trashy.
I mean, like back in the day, this was all we had. You know, nowadays there's so much trash anime and trash kind of fan servicey shows, but back in the day it was kind of like Iki Tosen, and then nothing else.
Really else.
Nothing really else.
There was nothing like Iki Tosen.
You gave Zetsu no Tempest a 7 as well.
Did I actually? I'm thinking back. I'd probably give it an 8 now.
I feel like I need to watch it again.
You gave Yuri on Ice a 7 as well. A Trigun a 9. That's fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah,
Tokyo
I
Ghoul
stick-
season 1 a 6 and Tokyo Ghoul season 2 a 5.
Okay, yeah. I mean, would I rate it lower now?
I would honestly probably rate it lower.
Maybe.
think
I would
the
rate
better
it
put.
lower now. It's literally like a lot. It's one of the shows where I don't know if the manga readers are right because everyone talks about the Tokyo Ghoul manga. Have you guys read the Tokyo Ghoul manga?
No.
Okay. So nobody knows if the manga readers were right for Tokyo Ghoul, but apparently it's one of the most popular manga out there and one of the highest rated.
I find it interesting how you gave Danmachi a 5.
Yeah, stick by that.
Yeah.
It was Sword Art Online, but beta Sword Art Online. So Sword Art Online was like a 6.
Why was that show so popular when it came out?
I thought it was acceptable. I gave it maybe like a 6 or
I
a
was
7.
just doing some passionate rant there about how you thought it was good, and you were like, I thought it was good.
I thought it was acceptable.
I thought it was a bit better
Gave,
than 5.
Prison School an 8.
Yeah.
You stand by that?
Yeah, I stand.
I stand by that.
that. Prison School is one of the most. I mean, like, disregarding the ending of the manga, it is one of the most hilarious mangas I've I've read, and the anime adaptation did a pretty good fucking job of it.
You gave Warren a Seraph a 5.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I should comment on that. I was like, a bit offended by that.
I've never watched this. I have no idea.
I'm curious. Psychopaths a 7.
Yeah.
Season 1, really?
Really?
I thought it was better.
No, it's 9 now for me.
Okay,
Okay. Thank God.
Like Psychopaths, I remember Psychopaths is one of those few shows that has stuck with me, and
So good.
it's one of the shows where I rewatched it and I loved it way more rewatching it than I watched it the first time. Because I think
the villain is so damn good.
Yeah, I think I didn't appreciate Psycho-Pass the first time I watched it. But the more I watch Psycho-Pass, the more I'm just like, now I gave it a 7 when I first watched it. Yeah. And when I was thinking back to like my top 10 favorite anime of the decade of like the 2010s. Yeah. Psycho-Pass was up there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because it still has some, like the villain was one of the best villains in anime. It still has some of the most unique ideas that I've seen in anime that has like stuck with me and I don't think has aged at all. Like the scene halfway through where the main character has to make a choice that has stuck with me for a long time. And the one scene that has also stuck with me is I can't remember what episode it is, but it's the episode where they start beating the shit out of this character in like the middle of the street, right? And because of the system that's been set up, no one reacts just because they've never seen something like this before. Right. And I don't know, I thought that was like such a unique idea, like that was completely natural in this world that Gen Urobuchi has built. Yeah. I think it's unfortunate.
The world building is like amazing.
I think it's unfortunate. I think the biggest unfortunate thing is that season 2 and I haven't watched season 3 yet, but they just didn't have as interesting ideas as what was in season 1. But yeah.
It's hard, when you have like a giant cum, it's hard to follow up. This video is sponsored by Honey.
We all shop online, and we've all seen that promo code field taunt us at checkout. But thanks to Honey, manually searching for coupon codes is a thing of the past.
Honey is a free browser extension that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart.
Honey supports over 30,000 stores online. They range from sites that have tech and gaming products to popular fashion brands and even food delivery.
All right, now you're talking, Gone. When I'm buying my cheap Chinese cosplay for that sweet YouTube content, you bet I'm not paying full prices for those pieces of garbage. And thanks to Honey, that's not a problem.
Saving money on garbage. That's how we do it.
Here's how it works. Imagine you're shopping at one of your favorite sites. When you check out, the Honey button just drops down and all you have to do is click Apply Coupons.
And then wait a few seconds for Honey to find coupons that it can use on that site.
If Honey finds a working coupon, you'll watch the prices drop.
Damn, that's epic. Some of the cosplays are cheap, but I want them to be cheaper. And thanks to Honey, I've saved up to sometimes $20 on some of those cosplays.
Which goes a long way, honestly.
When you're buying a lot and you're spending $50,000 on cosplay, it's a pretty good saving. I'll welcome it.
Honey has found its over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings.
Half of that is on my cosplays.
If you don't already have Honey installed, you could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free to install and takes seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this podcast. So you know what? Get Honey free at joinhoney.com/trashtaste. That's joinhoney.com/trashtaste. I fucking nailed that. Back to the episode.
Okay, to end it off though, I gotta point out this blasphemy right here. Yeah. You gave the first Pokemon movie, Mewtwo no Gyakushu, a 4 out of 10.
Get out of here, mate. Get out of here.
Get your fucking nostalgia.
Are you seriously telling me the fucking third movie, the
Entei movie
is better? You've given that a 6.
You gave the Entei movie more than the first fucking Pokemon movie?
I watched them as a kid, and I think I remember the Entei movie more. I don't fucking give a shit about Pokemon, guys.
I give a shit about Pokemon.
Honestly, this is all nostalgia talking here. I rated this as an adult or a teenager. Like years fucking after Pokemon, man. Like get your nostalgia talk out of here. Pokemon wasn't that great. Okay,
I need a fucking beer gun.
But I'm pretty sure you gave Digimon an 8.
Okay. Yes. Digimon is better than Pokemon. I will fight you on this. I was the Digimon kid. Digimon, the first movie, was fucking brilliant.
Digimon
had
an
amazing soundtrack.
The Digimon kid is like the OG neighbor's kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that meme of like, oh, go and look after the neighbor's kid. Oh, is he weird? And it's like a picture.
He's a Digimon
kid. It's a Digimon fan, you know.
I bet you were the kind of kid who was like, I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! I play Duel Masters.
Refuses to duel without the brakes on.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, did either of you watch Digimon?
Yeah, I did.
I only watched the movies.
Okay, but are you still sticking by that Pokemon was better?
I mean,
than
I watched them
Digimon?
both at the same age, and I preferred Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Digimon had an actual plot. Okay.
I think at that age, that wasn't my concern.
Yeah. I think at that age, the concern is which monsters look cooler.
I think the thing was, right, is that I would watch Pokemon and then go play Pokemon and be like, yo, this is sick.
Exactly.
I would play Digimon, go and play one of the fucking disgusting RPG games they have that was impossible to fit. Have you ever played that PS1?
Yeah, I've played some of them,
It's so hard.
It's hard as fuck.
Like, I can't even complete that shit now. And like 12-year-old, like 10-year-old me was stuck on the fucking thing, like the first level. I couldn't do anything. And I'm like, what sick fuck made this for a children's TV show?
Yeah, because the thing about Digimon and Pokemon is that I never gave a shit about the games, right?
Right.
I didn't really care about the Pokemon games.
That's the best part.
I actually watched the Pokemon anime years before like I played the actual games for the first time.
Really?
And the thing that stuck out to me with Digimon was that even as a kid, I could recognize that this had story arcs. You know, like even as a kid, I'm just like, what?
You are the most pretentious kid.
No, I was just
this kid in his fucking diapers, in his phone, like rating on his Mal. Like,
mother, turn this Pokemon show off. I want story in my children's shows.
Because I was always thinking to myself, why is Ash not getting anywhere in his life?
No, I was angry about that as well.
Yeah, no, everyone was angry about that. But the Mewtwo movie.
Yeah, that was good.
That had fucking Mewtwo was a fantastic fucking character. Like, you could relate to that guy so fucking hard. And then, you know, with the whole, like, you can't tell me that you didn't cry. I don't know when you watched the first Pokemon movie. You can't tell me you didn't cry with the Pikachu crying scene.
I never gave a shit about Pikachu,
You're
man.
dead to me.
I never gave a shit about Ash. Fucking, it's a loud fucking yellow rat, guys. Get over yourself. Jesus Christ.
Agumon is a fucking diabetic dinosaur.
I would insult Digimon, but it's so fucking forgettable that I can't even remember anything to insult.
I can only remember Agumon.
What a shit name, Agumon. What is that shit?
All I'm saying is Digimon was the original isekai, guys.
Well, I'm glad that
Of course, I'm gonna rep Digimon.
Go fucking tweet it, guys.
I was born out of my mom's womb, and I'm just like, mother, is this a new world? Yes, it is. I'm fucking. I love my Digimon, and as a kid, Digimon is a better story than Pokemon, and I will.
Hey guys, make sure to follow us on the Trash Taste Twitter to just absolutely shit all over this man's opinions. But moving on, let's go over to Connor's list, which is rather.
Can I have a beer first, please?
Do you want a beer first?
We cracking out.
I think I need to.
Okay,
cracking out the beers now.
Take bullying from you guys.
Yeah.
Every week, we should just
I need alcohol
we should
to help me from the
rename
bullying.
this show to Connor fucking fends off 2 boys a week.
What do you mean? We've both gotten so much shit from you.
So every weekend, Connor has to defend his shitty take.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard because I'm looking at this list right now, and so far, there's a lot of shows that you haven't even given a score.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of them. I'm just like, this is so shit. I don't even want to give it a... Like, hold up, God. Don't fucking tell me anything until I've had my beer.
Okay, no. We're starting now, Connor. We're starting now.
God.
You better prepare your fucking anus here.
All right,
so, like,
what's that?
Bakano an 8?
Okay,
just
well,
an 8? The fucking Bakano stan gave Bakano an 8?
Joey, you'll taste the shit. The dub is so much better. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I mean, you know, clearly I was a fool. I don't know who that person is who signed into my account and changed my score.
I love the fact that he gave Bakemonogatari a higher score than Bakano.
I don't know.
He gave us shit for Bakemonogatari.
Wait, hold on. You gave Clannad After Story a 10. Weren't you shitting on me for fucking liking Clannad?
Yeah, the first season is shit.
Right.
What did I give that?
You didn't even give it a score.
It's so fucking forgettable that I didn't even want to fucking rate that piece of shit. Chobits, if I could rate that, I'd give that like a 7 or an 8. That was a fun show.
Yeah, that was great.
That was a fun show.
Okay.
Why the fuck did I give C, The Money of the Soul, Impossible Control an 8?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you did.
I never even finished that. Okay, Code Geass season 1 and 2, the same score.
Wait, did I really?
Yeah, you did. Second thing I immediately noticed after our discussion we just had, Pokemon 4.
I thought you were my brother!
Top 10 anime betrayals of all time.
I can probably explain why that is the case, right? Because this was made in 2014. He's probably the age of like, I'm a big boy now. Pokemon, that's old Connor. That's child Connor. Me, adult Connor, I don't like Pokemon. I'm a man.
I thought you were my boy.
No, I am. I would retroactively change that to a 10 if I could.
Oh, God. Big sad.
Really? A 10, Connor? Really? A 10? Okay, one thing I find hilarious, right?
Come on. Fucking.
Okay.
This is why I didn't want to go last. Because I have to talk shit about your scores and not know my own.
Connor has given Steins Gate and Sword Art Online the same score of 8.
Did I give Sword Art Online an 8?
You gave Sword Art Online Season 1 an 8.
I think I'm actually having a stroke.
Joe's just having an aneurysm right now.
Listen, I can explain.
You gave it the same score.
You gave it the same
I can
score.
explain, right?
Please explain. Okay, I'm not even going to question you giving Steins Gate an 8. Okay, that's fine.
I meant to put 10.
Yeah.
for Sword Art Online. I meant to put a 10.
For which one, Connor?
A 10. A 10 for Sword Art Online. I honestly, you know what? If I genuinely, I enjoyed Sword Art Online, but if I went back and watched it, I'm sure, I would be like, what the fuck is this shit? I enjoyed it for like what it was.
Right.
I like the idea because it's my first ever like video game anime.
Right.
So it was fun. And then, you think about it more and you think about Kirito and you're like, wow, this show is really garbage. But at the time, yeah.
I mean, at the time, everyone's. I think we've all gone through the stage where we thought Sword Art Online was a cool concept. Back when it was a cool concept.
I mean, look, admittedly, as much as I'm known as the guy who publicly hates Sword Art Online, like, I've said that, like, first couple of episodes, really great build-up of the premise.
Yeah.
And then it kind of just fell apart after a while when they were like, let's make Kirito the edgiest protagonist alive. And then that's when I was like, okay. I mean... You had a great premise.
Yep.
And you just kind of ruined it with the worst main character.
I have no idea why I gave Bakemonogatari a 9. I would never ever do that.
Why? What would you give it?
Like a 5.
Why?
Show's shit,
What?
man. Boring show.
What?
It's boring, man.
What?
It's so boring.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a man who skips stories.
Oh no! Yeah. So what I want to know is how the fuck do you watch Bakemonogatari?
Why did you even watch it?
You watched an animated light novel.
I
What
watched.
the
No, so I watched Bakemonogatari and then I watched like the next 3 seasons or so.
Right.
And
how did you
How did you manage that?
How did you manage that?
I was confused a lot of the time, but I also just like thought a lot of it was weird. Like, 'cause you have to bear in mind, this is the first time I'd ever seen any anime where like there was a protagonist or whatever who was just like touching a kid, like the ghost girl, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? And I'm like, well, why is everyone liking this child porn, bro?
It's alright, man. It's a deconstruction of harem. That's what they call it.
What I want to know is how you had the patience to do it, because even me.
Well, back in the age of like when you're an anime fan, you can kind of like put up with anything because you've just gotten into it.
Yeah.
And that was when I watched it because it was always high up on the lists. And that might have been the thing that made me be like, you know what? No. I'm not watching any anime.
But here's what confuses me, right? Is that like you gave Bakemonogatari, and I would assume the majority of the Monogatari series like a mid score.
Yeah.
But you love Katanagatari.
Katanagatari is like fucking awesome.
But it's the same style.
No, okay. It's the same style, but
it's
like,
written by the same dude.
But it's done like a million times better. It's so much more entertaining than Bakemonogatari ever was.
I'm not saying Katanagatari is bad or anything.
I'm saying
I just find it weird.
Great.
Yeah, they're both great.
Because, like, I guess in my mind, when I think of like Katanagatari, it just feels like a Quentin Tarantino like film. Like when I like watch it, right?
Yeah.
Like the dialogue is really important. It's like the one of the like. I don't really like it when scenes.
Wait, but how did you not find that with the Monogatari series?
Because I didn't find the dialogue interesting. In like Katanagatari,
that's like the one selling point of the
Monogatari
Monogatari series.
I didn't find it interesting. I was just waiting. I was sold when Runai Circulation came on, and I'm like, yo, this is a fucking bomb. And then I went to see if
anyone... man, give us the fucking why.
Yeah, I need it after the aneurysm I'm having.
Katanagatari, right, was like legit. Oh shit, okay, I'm in my 3x3. I didn't put Katanagatari in because I just forgot it existed.
Okay,
but that would go in my 3x3.
Yeah.
So Katanagatari is like, it gave me everything that like I love about like Kill Bill and Pulp Fiction in anime form, and with a kind of with a setting that I love, which is like samurai. I fucking love samurai.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I'm not
amazing.
disagreeing with you on that. 100% agree with all of that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it's both a lot of words.
Yeah.
It's both like
it's both weird.
Yeah.
It's both characters that
is
are
it
very
both Studio Shaft?
No, Katanagatari is not Studio Shaft.
I don't know. I did something about Katanagatari. I just really fucking enjoyed so much more than I ever did the Monogatari series.
I think that's the closest you've come to enjoying just reading words. Then,
yeah,
because I think because there was a lot of the action was really fucking good in Katanagatari, and it made sense all in the story. And
you didn't like the action in the Monogatari?
The Monogatari series action was fucking great.
It's fucking insane.
Come on, man.
I don't know why, but the action was far better than it had any right to be.
Yeah, exactly. Shaft was like, all right, I'm gonna flex real quick.
Like that fight where it was like Araragi versus like, I think it was Karen in the second season.
Yeah.
It was like the Big Brother versus...
I can't even remember.
No. The fight with Kumbo.
Yeah,
You remember that
the
one?
fight with
Yeah,
Kumba.
the monkey. That actually was
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
insane.
That was brutal,
Yeah.
man.
I don't even fucking remember this.
Okay, I'll show you afterwards, and you'll learn to appreciate.
I
But
will
then
say
again,
though, the toothbrush scene is probably the thing that made me like curious about hentai. I was like, oh, this is actually kind of hot. Yeah,
Honestly, like the toothbrush scene,
it's hot. I'm gonna say it's hot.
I feel like it birthed so many degenerates.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
and
that,
thus culture was born.
and thus culture was born thanks to the toothbrush scene. That is a classic scene. I will defend that scene as being like the classic scene. I noticed you gave Noragami a 10.
Did I really?
Masterpiece.
What?
Did I really?
Who are you and how much time did you spend on Tumblr?
Are you a
That's what I wanna
12-year-old?
know.
Honestly, I don't know what mindset I was in to ever give Noragami. I don't think there's any point in my life where I genuinely liked Noragami.
In my opinion, the only 10 out of 10 aspect about Noragami is the opening.
Yeah, that was good.
The opening is fucking bang. But then again, I find it absolutely hilarious that you gave Black Butler a 5.
honestly,
And you gave Black Butler season 2 specials a 3.
Honestly, I still would.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone, I made it I would not try and hide it that I did not like the show.
Your life is a lie, Sea-Dog
Yeah.
VA fans. He was never a Black Butler
He was
fan.
never a Black Butler fan.
You gave Monogatari second season a 10.
I definitely suffered as a teen getting into anime. Like I was heavily influenced by what everyone else was
I
saying.
mean, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I am a liar.
Second season is definitely
you
a 10
gave
for me.
Neeson Monogatari a 10 as well.
Hell yeah.
This is definitely the case of teenage Connor saw that everyone was saying the show was good that I didn't understand, so I'm just gonna put it.
Yeah,
at
I can
high
tell
score.
because you gave Mirai Nikki a 9.
Did you actually?
I think I really enjoyed that show when I watched it.
Oh man,
I legitimately
Of course, you must have watched it as a teenager. 'cause
Yeah,
that
you
was
must
like
have.
I did,
that was
yeah.
like the elfin lead
Again, this
of
is
your
when I was-
generation.
He gave Elfen Lied a 9 as well.
So
He was such an edgy kid, man.
listen.
I was like that too when I finished
How old
my
was I when I was
Yeah.
14? That was 7 years ago. So I
Yeah.
was.
I thought you just said how old was I when I was 14.
So I was 17. Yeah, 17
Yeah.
when I made this list.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
this sounds about right for 17-year-old Connor. Like
Yeah.
Dead Man Wonderland an 8. Yeah, that checks out. For
Okay, okay. You gave Monster a 7. What?
I'm
What?
gonna have to down this.
That might have been from me having to recover from the fact that I dropped it and had to pick it back up.
You dropped it?
About 10 episodes in because the shit just didn't fucking move. But then when you watch it and you're like, oh wait, shit, it's good.
Oh wait, shit. Never
Oh
mind.
shit! Oh, hold up, homies.
I was blind, but now I can see.
I gave Cowboy Bebop a 7 as well, which honestly, maybe it's an 8, but it's honestly it's not a 10 or a 9.
There are some shows on here that I'm surprised you watched at all, like Zombie Loan.
Zombie Loan. I have no idea why I watched that show, but I remember being angry that I watched that show. I remember being like mad that I wasted my time watching.
I
that
think
show.
the only reason why I watched Zombie Loan was because I heard it was a Peach Pit show, and I was like, oh, I like Peach Pit.
Hey,
And then I was like,
I gave School Days a 1 though.
yeah, I see
You
that.
did.
I see that.
Hell yeah.
You finished Sunday Without God?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Even I haven't finished
Yeah.
that.
I finished it, but I definitely did not give it a 7. That's for sure.
And he gave it a 7.
Wait, which one's Sunday Without God?
Exactly.
Kami-sama no-
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Kami-sama no Inai
Kami-sama ni-
Nichiobi. Yeah, the girl with
It's
the
the girl
shovel.
with the shovel.
Oh yeah, I watched that because
Yeah, I'm surprised you watched that.
that was when I can actually tell you the exact time I watched that. I remember very vividly when I watched that. So when I first got into anime, I was watching it on like the shitty like pirate sites, figuring out what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
I accidentally watched Fullmetal Alchemist twice, not realizing like what the fuck I was doing.
Right.
And then I finally got a free trial for Crunchyroll. And so I watched as much anime as I could for the 48 hours.
Right.
And that was one of them.
We're not sponsored by Crunchyroll. By the way. Just letting you know.
I actually, that was one of the ones that I watched. And that
Was Zombie Loan one of them as well?
No. That was before. So I remember that was probably the first ever 12-episode show I watched on Crunchyroll, I think.
Right.
Some of this just doesn't make sense.
You watched Outbreak Company.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's
I would never expect you to watch that.
I would not have paid Connor to watch it.
I think you're the only other person I know that has watched Outbreak Company.
You finished The World God Only Knows and gave it a 9.
Yeah, all 3 seasons. I actually really liked it.
Okay, I really like
I
World
liked
God
it as
Only
well. That just doesn't
It's
seem
surprising to me.
That
Yeah.
I'm just like my jaw's on the floor because if you were to tell me that Connor finished this show and liked it, I'm just like, what is this?
Wait, you also gave Higurashi an 8.
Season 1?
Yeah.
I think I would take that back.
What would you give it now?
Holy
I watched it dubbed, so maybe a 4.
like I'm looking at some of this and I'm just like, is this me? Like,
Yeah, right?
Like he gave Devil is a part-timer a fucking 10.
I love that. I love, dude.
Okay, that's really good.
Okay,
That is really good.
if you actually look at my account, my profile picture is Devil is a Part-Timer. I loved Devil is a Part-Timer.
I'm surprised as well. You watched
much.
Eden
Yeah.
of the East.
Yeah, I did.
And the 2 movies and gave all them a 9.
I really enjoyed Eden of the East.
Really?
I thought it was a
How
good
have we
show.
never talked about Eden of the East together?
I don't know how we never talked. I fucking
Who the
love
fuck
Eden
brings
of
up
the
Eden
East.
of the East. It never comes
It's a
up.
great fucking
Yeah,
show.
but no one ever brings that shit up.
It's got a great first season, but like the movies just didn't conclude it in the way I wanted to. But like
he gave both of them a 9 though.
I thought Eden of the East had one of the most interesting premises you could find.
I watched.
Okay, since no one talks about Eden of the East, we're gonna sell Eden of the East.
Let's give some love to Eden of the
Right
East.
I'm
now.
gonna be honest. I remember my feelings for the show. I cannot fucking remember what happened. I have one memory of this show, and it was like a ship and a bunch of naked people come out.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
No. The ending of the ending of the first season of Eden of the East was fucking great.
Oh, fucking brilliant.
So what is the premise again?
Okay,
It's smartphone, right?
so the premise is they have a smartphone, and I can't remember exactly how much money they were given, but you had like 13 people who were given these smartphones, and on his smartphone you had like this AI that they could request anything to happen.
That's right.
Right? And they were given a budget of, I think, $10 million?
No, it was more than that.
Was it like $1 million or 10 million?
10
Yeah, it was
billion yen.
10 billion yen.
Which is
Okay.
$100 million.
Oh, okay.
So they were given a budget of $100 million, and all they were told was to save the world.
Yeah.
Right. That was their objective.
It was so good.
And so the series is just the story of these different people and their own take on what $100 million means to save the world. And honestly, like I don't want to spoil
It's
like
so
what
good.
happens,
Watch it.
but it's fucking great, especially
It's
the first
only 12
season.
episodes. Just go
I'm
watch
finna
it.
Well, no,
rewatch
it's-
it. I'm
it's-
gonna
yeah,
rewatch
I
it.
want to rewatch it too.
It's not just 12 episodes. It's 12 episodes and a movie.
It's
I
2
think.
movies.
2 movies.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's 2 movies, not just one recap?
Yeah, because
movie?
he gave both of them a 9 out of 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I feel like the first season was fucking fantastic.
Yep.
It's the problem with the first season is that it didn't conclude the story, but the first season was fucking fantastic. The movies were not as good in my opinion. I don't remember.
I didn't even know they had movies.
Yeah,
to
I
be
don't
honest.
remember much about what happened in the movies.
Some of
but,
these shows, I legitimately can't remember like fully watching.
I'm just surprised you you watched Hentai Orgy the Warane Nickel, the Stony Cat and the Hentai Orgy.
I did watch that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I enjoyed
you watched
that.
Hidan no Aria as well. That doesn't seem like a show you would watch. Why have we never talked about?
You
these?
watched Black Bullet. You haven't rated it, but you watched Black.
You watched
Bullet.
Black Bullet?
Yeah, I watched all of Black Bullet.
no, Black Bullet. Yeah.
Black Bullet.
So I remember I actually do really enjoy like romance slice of life shows, but I used to
Right.
binge them all the time. I used to love them.
yeah.
But now I don't really.
You
watch
watched
them.
Black Cat as well.
Yeah, Black Cat was shit though.
Yeah, the manga was way
it
better.
was.
I watched Gatchaman Crowds, and I remember I gave that a 6, but that was so reluctantly. Like
Right.
I did not enjoy watching that. And there's a bunch of other shows that I watched after this I didn't include. Like what's that fucking card game like Wixos or whatever it's called? That was
Wixos.
that was fucking shit.
Yeah.
I hated that. I'm angry that I watched
watched
that.
that?
I hated that I watched that.
Why did
show.
you even watch that?
I don't. This is the thing, right? Is that to me, I do not like looking up anime. Like I don't want to know anything about the show.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
give me the fucking show. Let me watch it, and if I hate it,
Just brain dead.
Yeah, I want to.
Brain Dead Monkey Boat. Like
If you because here's the thing, right? I guarantee if you just give me a show, tell me to watch it, I'll watch it. I might enjoy
Right.
it. If you try and sell me on a show,
Yeah.
I immediately will start being like, I don't know, no. I won't watch
I'm
it."
completely the opposite.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
opposite.
Because
yeah.
like I've gotten to the point where I need to be sold on a show. Because I need to have like a reason why I'm watching this show. Like, is this show going to get good? Am I going to have something that I get out of this show? I need to know that before I like truly gets into a show. Because otherwise, nowadays I end up dropping shows after one episode if it doesn't hook me. Even like critically acclaimed, highly acclaimed show. If I don't know that something good is coming up that's going to be worth my time,
Yeah.
then I'm just not going to give it a chance.
No,
a
I
lot
agree.
of the
I
time
agree.
because I just don't have that patience
Yeah.
anymore.
I've sat through enough shitty shows to know that I
Yeah.
don't want to waste my time anymore.
Yeah, exactly, right. And you know, it's just sad because I do miss that feeling of finding hidden gems where I can just be like, oh, I have zero expectations.
Exactly.
I gave Kyoka no Kana. Wait, no, is this right? No,
Yeah.
no.
Kyoko no Kana.
Kyokai no
okay.
Kanata 7, right?
Yeah,
Down-
that's it.
down
I thought
to-
it was Zetsuno Tempest. If I haven't rated that, but I did watch it.
No,
And I would give it
no.
a 7.
You
I wish I
said-
did. I wish I did.
Okay,
Fuck.
one thing that's curious to me, you watched Fate Zero, but you rated the second season lower than the first season. You mean the actual action-packed second season where everything gets concluded is lower than the first season, which is the setup?
You're like completely going against everything, like all the character build-up you've brought yourself up to, right? It's like, I hate story, I love action, but the season where there's more action, I'll rate lower.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed when they were introducing like all of the characters in Fate. That's like my favorite part of Fate.
Right.
Like, and Fate Stay Night as well. My favorite part of Fate Stay Night is when they're introducing the characters. Because it's so cool, because you're like, I know there's an assassin, I know there's a rider.
Yeah.
What are they gonna be? And then when you watch Fate Stay Night, you're like, wow, Ryder's shit in this one compared to Fate Zero. Because like Fate Zero, you watch it, you're like, yo, Ryder, he's the best. Alexander, I'd fuck him. But like then you watch, then that's the reason why I fucking hated Fate Stay Night, except for the animation. Because I was like, why
which Fate Stay Night are you talking about?
You're talking about the original Fate Stay Night?
Unlimited Blade Works.
Okay.
Okay.
The series, not the movies, right?
The series.
Okay.
Because I don't want to get into this with you, Khan.
I just need clarification because what you say.
Fate fans were like on their seat right there.
Archer cool, but I can't believe they had like there was no like good they should have just brought Alexander back again and be like, hey, I'm back, baby, or like it's a prequel, so I guess like, hey, I'm back in the future.
I'm back here in the future.
I'm back in the past.
Yeah,
because he was like the best part of ReZero. Fate Zero.
That was a Freudian.
He was the best part of Fate Zero.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, he was
and like Castor's relationship with the fucking the Weevil, whatever it's called. What the fucking
Weevil. Waver,
whatever the fucking dude. Weevil. Fucking shit, bro. Who the fuck gives a shit? They're all little bitches.
I believe that's a rodent.
Yeah, honestly, he kind of was. That's probably why in my mind that's what he is. What's another thing that I gave? I disagree with that.
There's a lot of ones that you haven't given a score. Like
Darker Than Black, I stand by being a 9 because if you watch the dub, dude, Troy Baker's in that. This is before Troy Baker stopped doing anime.
Yeah,
and like fuck, man, he kills it as November 11.
Oh yeah,
so fucking.
I've like Darker Than Black is a show that I've actually rewatched quite a few times, and I don't know why I've rewatched it quite a few times.
It's fun, man.
I just really liked the world of Darker Than Black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything.
It's like quirks, but if they're like actually fucking cool and weird. Like,
because like it was like I remember watching it. And it was like X-Men, but what I found interesting was the fact that they had to like do this really weird activity every time they used their power, and I don't know
smoking.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just thought that was really cool, and like it has a fucking amazing soundtrack as well because it was like by Yoko Kanno, and I feel like one of the biggest differences between the first season and every other season was Yoko Kanno's music just set such an amazing tone for this world and this environment that it just made you it just felt good exploring this world and just being in it. And
I feel like I gotta rewatch it.
It's fun, dude. And watch it dub, dude. Like the dub's really fucking good.
Okay. You're saying this to Joey now?
No, honestly, dude. Like Troy Baker as November 11. One of my favorite
I love
performances.
Troy Baker, so you'll sell me on
because
that.
Troy Baker plays the guy who has to smoke, even though he hates smoking.
I've watched the dub as well. It was
and he's so good at it, man. God. Okay, well,
wait, hold on. You watched Saki?
Yeah.
And you gave it a 7.
Saki. That's the one with things on his ear.
That's the
Oh no,
the mahjong one.
Yeah, that's the body pillow we have outside.
Yeah.
I watched that.
You've actually watched it.
I didn't even watch that.
I watched all of Saki, and I at the end I was like, I'm gonna understand mahjong, and at the end I was like, I don't understand mahjong. I'm like, but there's golden wind and shit going on and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know. So okay,
again, it just doesn't seem like a show you would watch.
I watched all of Persona 4 the animation.
I noticed that.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
But you've never played Persona 4,
Never played Persona.
Why would you do that?
I didn't. I'll be 100% honest with you. At the time, I legitimately didn't know it was a game.
That's like that. Wait, did you watch Danganronpa as well?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Have you ever played Danganronpa?
Give it a 4.
I have played Danganronpa. I thought the anime was actually
okay. That's fine. That's fine.
For the shows that I haven't rated, you can ask me and ask me what I'd give it.
Okay, what would you give a No Game No Life?
Oh, that.
Ooh, if I was 14, a hard 10, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Now like a 7, honestly.
7. Okay.
It's about there.
What'd you give Excel World?
Like a 4.
What would you give
3,
another?
Like a 1.
All right.
Another was shit.
Well, you watched Biga to HK as well?
Okay, actually, I did. I love Biga to HK.
Yeah, that is fun.
That's actually like a fucking great series.
I only read the manga.
I can tell you exactly why I watched another as well. Because I was talking to a girl at the time, and she was like, of course, my favorite show is Another. It's the best show. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll watch this show because I'm trying to like simp. I'm trying to simp here, so I'll try.
Yeah. Another was kind of like the true crimes documentary of the anime community back then. You know what I mean?
Everyone knows white girls love true crime.
Yeah.
And before they get into true crime, they're a little younger. They're like, Another. Yes, Erased. Yes, you know, all these shows that I love.
It's just like, yes, I too like Final Destination and watching trashy horror movies. I can do that all day long. That's literally what Sydney gets me to do whenever I am like.
Okay, I'll give you props though that you watched Claymore and gave it a 9.
Honestly, I loved Claymore.
Claymore's fucking awesome.
Man, that is one of the animes that got done most dirty.
Yeah.
That's why I'm surprised you gave it a 9, because Claymore manga, I can
Claymore
definitely
manga 9 or 10.
Claymore manga, masterpiece.
Yeah.
Anime, not so much.
The anime made me like feel things that I hadn't felt before, man. I was like,
What does that mean?
like a level of uncomfortableness that I haven't like experienced before.
Yeah,
like I don't know why. There's something so unnerving and uncomfortable about watching Claymore.
I felt that when I watched Berserk.
Yeah,
so
right.
I know
Like
what you mean.
it's like kind of it like fucks you up a little bit, and then you can tell like. I honestly, I wish I'm going to try my best to try and read the manga. But I said I was going to read something else.
I recently
earlier.
rebought all the manga just because I want to read it again. Because
What was the other fucking show I said I was going to read the manga of earlier?
I have no fucking clue.
You finished Actual 21, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
I wanted after that.
Well, I downloaded like the first.
Was it? No.
No. I was going to read that, but I actually downloaded the first 30 chapters of One Piece. Being like,
he's getting into
but I haven't had the stomach.
Mark it in your calendar.
I haven't.
Sea Dog VA starts One Piece.
Listen, I'll tell you when I start. But I haven't.
Mark it in your calendars and come back to us in 10 years' time and we'll see where he is.
But honestly, like, Claymore is a fucking amazing manga, one of the best mangas out there.
Honestly, I really
the anime did it dirty. So
is the manga finished like totally all wrapped
ages
up?
ago,
yeah.
Okay, good.
It's like 22, 23 volumes, something like that.
And because like the Claymore anime had a anime original ending, if I remember correctly.
It did.
Yeah, and it was complete shit from what I remember.
Yeah,
I remember having a good time. I watched the dub, and I remember the voice acting was Greg Ayres was like playing the whiny character as he always does, and I think he was a little too whiny in the anime. For my taste.
I mean, that's just Greg Ayres.
Yeah, that's true. He's too fucking good at his job.
No, because like I remember that was like I swear he was typecast in that role for like the longest fucking.
Well, because there were so many of those characters, and no one else could do a voice like him of like sounding whiny.
Yeah.
And so it was always him doing the whiny character.
I will say Eureka 7 out of 10.
Honestly, when I watched that, everyone was talking about the show like Jesus had came down himself and brought a show.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I thought, honestly, this is kind of shit. Like it's good, but like it's kind of fucking boring. Like
is that how you felt about?
Honestly, now I would give it a 6.
Is that how you felt about Ergo Proxy as well? You gave that a 7 as well.
Ergo Proxy, I remember I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Again, this doesn't seem like an anime that you would watch.
No.
Like, Ergo Proxy is the last anime I would think Connor to watch.
It was like watching, like, you know when you go to a modern art museum and you look at this shit, you're like, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. That's what I felt like.
That's what I mean.
That's what I felt like watching Ergo Proxy.
You saying that you watched Ergo Proxy is like the same amount of like, what the fuck I would get if you came up to me tomorrow and said, so I watched Serial Experiments Lane.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been wanting to watch that for a while. I just haven't had the opportunity to be like, yeah, I want to waste a day. Yeah. Like, and not really enjoy
and
it.
have a brain that's hurting.
I feel like you watch shows like that to come out with like just your brain being like, what? But like that's not fun half the time, so I don't really look.
I mean, it is fun depending on your mood, because I remember like it took me ages to watch Serial Experiments Lane, and then I was just in this weird mood where I'm just like, I want my mind to be fucked up. That sounds like a fun experience right now. Yeah. And then I want
a challenge.
Yeah, it's like me with Oyasumi Pun Pun. Like I'm waiting to wake up for the day where I'm just like, I want depression right now.
Yeah.
Why,
you know?
Why the fuck did I give this anime?
Mao Yusha?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Fuck?
Why would you? I was about to say you gave that a 9, and I'm like, was it the MILF titties? Is that what it is?
It must
have been the MILF titties.
That's all I remember from that show.
That gets a little 2 bonus points, but I think again that was in the same weekend that I watched the other show on the Crunchyroll 48 hour.
Right.
Because I remember Mao Yusha was like Studio Arms, and if you don't know Studio Arms, they were like famous for being a hentai studio that like transitioned into anime.
Well, that's probably why it connected a little bit.
And I mean, that was like one of the first shows they produced that was an anime that was seen as just not complete trash, but I wouldn't call it a fucking 9 out of 10.
I remember there's little sexual things going on or something like that. Some vibes of little MILF stepson kind of thing.
I mean that was I'd say as an impressionable teenager, I can see why you connected with that on a personal level. You know,
connected with that.
He connected with it.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything because you haven't rated a lot of these.
I would bump Kill la Kill at 1 for getting me into hentai. That's the only thing I would.
Really?
Kill la Kill is what made me be like, you know what?
Anime girls are hot.
I'm like, you know what? Is there hentai of this? And there was. And that's how I was like, oh, this is good.
That's why you need to get into the Jinshis, man. Come on.
We're gonna get him into that eventually.
Yeah.
We want to turn that into an episode.
Eventually.
Wait. Okay, then if you liked Maoyu Yusha, did you like Log Horizon?
I loved Log Horizon is one of my favorite shows.
Okay, that makes sense because it's written by the same people.
I'm actually hyped, even though I think I need to rewatch a little bit of Log Horizon Season 2.
Yeah.
I remember I fucking loved the world.
Yeah.
Like in Log Horizon.
Yeah.
It was fun.
World was fucking
Tono
great.
Mamade is a fucking amazing, like, I don't know how they, like, fucking write stories.
Like, I'm
or, like,
glad as
worlds
well.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's great.
I'm also glad that the show didn't like fucking blow its load like immediately and like start telling us everything about it. Like, I love it when the shows tease us with the world. Like, here's a little crumb, a little crumb of knowledge, and then they just don't mention it for a few episodes. You're like, oh shit, yeah, we're in a fucking video game. I forget. Keep
We're in a
that.
video game.
Because I remember Log Horizon. I remember watching the first 2-3 episodes of it. Dropped it immediately because I'm just like,
Really?
What is this beta Sword Art Online, man? What the fuck is this? Because like the worst thing about Log Horizon was that one, like the animation is like.
It ain't great.
It's like the most typical 5 out of 10 animation. This is just a throwaway seasonal show. And the first 3 or so episodes were like the most generic kind of introduction you could get to a world. Yeah. And it didn't start getting interesting until they properly started explaining like the game mechanics and seeing the game mechanics being broken like within this world was just so fucking interesting. And
yeah, that whole arc where like there was a guy who could kill in the villages.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool.
And what really sold me immediately was like when they first discovered that they could make things taste good. And then they like invented the burger and was like, yo, this is really fucking interesting. This isn't even an isekai. This is just like an entrepreneur business fucking anime. This
well, that's what Yusha was as well. It was basically just like a business textbook for weeks.
How the fuck do you guys remember what happens in these like 7 out of 10 shows, bro? The moment something isn't like exceptional, I'm like, that's going in the
forget. Yeah, Log Horizon is not a 7 out of 10.
Log Horizon is not a 7 out of 10.
Log Horizon ain't.
Forget. Like the Maoyu, whatever the fuck it's called. That went straight in the let's forget everything.
Yusha was cool because again, it was like it's done by Tono Mamane, who's like somehow can like make you learn shit while reading these stories. I don't know how he does it.
I think I have
it's
really...
like Spice and Wolf, right?
It's like Spice and Wolf, exactly. Like the reason why I love Spice and Wolf because like I actually learned like proper like useful business skills.
It's like, wait a minute, I'm just getting horny over this wolf waifu, but I'm learning.
Who's a marketing genius?
But I'm learning things about economics. That's not legal. That's not allowed. What are you doing?
I can't be horny and smart at the same time. That's not how that works.
I just feel like I have like amazing brain compression. Like my brain zips and like, you know how like when you compress a file to like lower the memory it takes up? That's what I do with anime immediately when I'm done. I'm like, zip that shit up, put it in storage, forget about that thing. And then when I rewatch it, it's like unzipping the file. I'm like, oh yeah, this did happen. Yeah.
Has this man like min-maxed his brain?
I actually think I've sorted the storage on my brain appropriately.
Yeah. You've got a sorting algorithm, literally just for anime. My fucking god. But yes, I think this is a good time to move on to our 3x3s. Now,
yes, there's a reason why I have my laptop up is because we're gonna create we're gonna share each other's 3x3 of anime.
Yes.
We've explained at the beginning.
We've explained what 3x3s are, but like to expand further on that, I love seeing people's 3x3, right? Because I feel like a 3x3 is the closest thing you get to a Rorschach test for like anime fans. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because you get to see, because like asking what someone's favorite anime is like a fucking stupid question because like if you've seen enough anime,
it changes all the time.
It changes all the fucking time. But like with 9 anime to choose from. That's a good sample size to really get a grasp on what this person's taste is. Like not all their taste, because I don't know how hard a time you guys had choosing 9 anime.
I just shoved 3 to get 9 again that I like.
But I had a pretty difficult time just choosing 9 anime.
Well, you have a fucking you probably have like a seizure just thinking like, what am I gonna do for like breakfast? Like, oh my god, like Jesus Christ! Like I swear, you like take so long to contemplate decisions.
I mean, I came up with mine pretty quickly just because, like, I literally thought of the first 9. We're going to look at mine first, but I literally just thought of the first 9 that I think is like, yeah, I love this.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the most important thing is, like, I feel if you think too hard about it, then you're kind of reshaping your taste.
Thinking
you know
too
what I
much
mean?
is just generally just a bad policy.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, what are the 9 shows that I fucking love?
Thinking is just a bad policy.
Don't think.
I personally think thinking is overrated. I'd rather just go with gut.
Is that an unpopular opinion?
Yeah, I'm going to say it.
Unpopular opinion. Thinking's overrated.
Thinking is overrated.
All right, so let's look at mine first.
All right. Let's see what you got here, Joe.
Lucky Star, Clanner? Yo, what the fuck?
What?
So this is my 3x3.
Do you wanna introduce to the audience who cannot or can't see or don't know these shows what they are?
So top row from left to right is Serial Experiments Lane, Clanad, Fully Cooley.
Yeah.
Middle row is Princess Mononoke, Lucky Star, Mononoke. And then bottom row is Seitoka Yakuin Domo, Monogatari series, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Why Lucky Star? I've got to ask.
Yeah,
Why?
Okay.
It's right bang there in the center.
Staring at me.
Just
Okay. Don't worry about placements too much. Don't worry about placements too much. This could be in any random fucking order. But
yeah.
reason why, I completely get why someone would look at me and say, bro, Lucky Star is not good. Yes. Because, truth be told, if you watch Lucky Star today, it'd probably be shit. Right? Lucky Star to me is so time sensitive because all of its jokes are time sensitive. Like, Lucky Star was one of those shows that made fun of, like, otaku and weeb culture back in, like, the mid-2000s. I'm turning this into a fucking, like, video essay.
I'll tell you what fucking Lucky Star is, my friend. Lucky Star is Reddit humor before Reddit existed. It's like the late 2000s Reddit humor, and Reddit just didn't exist, so everyone's just like, oh, Lucky Star's amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I couldn't sit through it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't finish it.
I see, like, it's weird because randomly, like, a couple of days ago, I was just scrolling through YouTube, and on my recommended, there was just, like, a Lucky Star, like, funny compilation. And I was just like, fuck, I haven't heard of Lucky Star.
I got time for that.
Yeah, it was like 6 minutes long. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I've got time.
That sounds like an oxymoron to me.
Yeah.
Lucky Star funny compilation? Excuse me?
But I don't know. I think it's because, like, especially around the time when I watched Lucky Star, I was, like, really heavily into, obviously, of course, like, anime, obviously, but I was really heavily into, like, the otaku culture, especially in Japan.
Yeah.
And Lucky Star kind of went over all of that shit and put it into perspective of, like, it's pretty fucking ridiculous looking from an outsider's perspective.
Yeah,
Maid Cafe's weird, huh?
Yeah, no, not even that. It was just like the fucking Comic Head scene is still funny to this day, just because it's so accurate.
I mean, I look back at Lucky Star, and I never liked it originally, but I look back at some of the scenes, I'm just like, yeah, this hasn't aged well to me at all.
Right, and exactly. And that's why I never recommend Lucky Star to people today. Yeah. Because it has not aged well. The jokes have not aged well.
I have a question. What the fuck is this show in the bottom corner? I've seen this
Which
show.
one? The bottom left?
Yeah, what is that show?
Seitoka Yakuin.
What's the English name for that show?
God, I don't even know.
I think I've watched that show.
It's basically like a comedy show that throws in a lot of ecchi jokes and like sexual jokes.
I've watched the show and I don't remember anything about it.
I 100% have watched the show.
And I'm
one small girl. Okay. The small girl's angry that she doesn't have big tits, right? A lot, right? That's one of the jokes.
Yeah.
He funny.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Why is this in your 3x3?
This is in my 3x3 because first of all, I think it's fucking hilarious. B, it kind of encompasses my love for comedy and my love for ecchi.
You have a broad term of what comedy is.
Yeah.
Lucky Star.
What encompasses your love for comedy? What about this show encompasses your love for comedy?
I think it's fucking hilarious. I mean, I don't know what else. Well, what the fuck answer were you expecting?
No.
It's because it's very intricate and the jokes that constructed are very like this. Okay, the reason why I put this in is because it encompasses my love for trashy shows. Okay. This show is not good in any perspective. I'm just saying it right now, all right? Here's how you know that my 3x3 is legit, right?
Give me some of the
Seitoka Yakuin Domo. Seitoka Yakuin Domo is not a good show. It is trashy, shitty comedy with ecchi jokes thrown into it.
It's actually bugging me. Wait, what is
it's crap, all right?
Okay.
And here's the reason why I put it in.
Important question then. Every show in here.
Yeah.
Would you rewatch it today?
Yeah.
You would?
I would.
You rewatched Lucky Star?
Did I not just say?
He literally just said
I was literally watching a compilation 2 days ago.
I just thought that was a lie, honestly.
No.
I just didn't believe it.
I would 100% rewatch all these shows today.
I gotta say, I was like, I didn't put it on, but I was this close to putting Yu Yu Hakusho on.
Okay,
so
I put Yu Yu Hakusho in.
I am glad that you put it on.
I put Yu Yu Hakusho in because it represents my love for shonen.
I got to be honest, right, boys?
Yeah,
I legitimately tried to watch Yu Hakusho no less than a week ago.
Right.
I put it on, first episode, and I was like, fuck, I can't watch this. Like, I thought it was the dub, and I was like, the dub's too awful. I switched to Japanese. I'm like, fuck, it's awful as well. I can't stand it.
Why did you
The
not like
dub's
that?
great. What are you talking about?
The audio was driving me insane. Like, I actually couldn't watch it. It was such bad quality. I know that it's old, but like, I actually couldn't sit through
So
it.
basically, your review of Yu Hakusho is where it's old.
No, honestly, like, I feel bad that I'm like that, but like, I was like, fuck, I actually
read the
can't
manga
watch
then.
this. Oh my god, you're really gonna hit me with that.
Audio problems?
No,
Read a book.
what was your problem with the audio? Because like Yu Yu Hakusho, from what I remember, was like one of my favorite dubs. It
Really?
was,
I never watched the dub, so I have no idea.
I swear, 10 seconds into the dub, I'm like, fuck, I gotta listen to the Japanese. I gotta turn this shit off. Like,
What, seriously?
yeah, it was pretty
Who the
bad.
fuck played Yusuke? Because Yusuke fucking like killed it.
Again,
In the
I
dub.
don't. This is probably just a case of watching it years later and being spoiled for choice, etc., etc.
I mean, for me, okay, I put Yu Yu Hakusho there because obviously I love my shonen, but I feel like I don't know, I have never felt the same level of excitement that I felt watching and reading Yu Yu Hakusho that I have from any other shonen.
I'm envious. I want that.
Yu Yu Hakusho has some of my favorite arcs in all of shonen.
The Dark Tournament arc to
Dark-
this day is one of the best arcs in shonen,
No, the Dark Tournament arc is the best tournament arc
hands down.
of all time.
Hands down.
And this is a tournament arc that came out fucking 20 years ago
Yeah.
now. Like it birthed the tournament arc genre.
Yeah, the
and
reason
it still
why
is the best.
tournament arcs have become a meme and are so hyped is because of Yu Yu
It's
Hakusho.
because of Yu Yu Hakusho. Like Dragon Ball might have like popularized it, but then Yu Yu Hakusho perfected it,
yeah.
and then it hasn't been perfected since then. But like also like Sensui is one of the best villains in all of shonen as well.
Oh yeah, and Toguro as well.
Toguro as well.
Fucking
Yeah.
Toguro. Oh my god. Such a good character. Not gonna lie, growing up, I wanted to be Hiei so bad. I was like, I looked at Hiei and I'm just like, everything about this guy
Is
is
he the guy
so
with the black hair?
He's the guy with the black hair.
Yeah,
Everything about
why
Hiei-
could I guess which one you were talking about?
Everything about Hiei is so fucking cool.
So is that Serial Experiment Lane at the top?
Yeah, that's top left.
Why?
I think because again, I still think it's fucking insanely ahead of its time. Like this was made back in like the late 90s and it talks about fucking societal issues that are relevant today.
right.
And that's, I don't know, I think that's like a huge artist, like it
I'm
deserves
curious,
the artistic
what kind of
integrity.
stuff does it talk about in the show? What kind of societal
So
issues?
basically, to grossly oversimplify, Serial Experiments Lane is essentially this idea that your digital identity and your real life identity sees no barrier.
Okay.
And so basically it follows obviously Lane, who kind of goes through this like discovery of herself and the world in being like, wait, so we can create digital identities of ourselves on the quote unquote internet. I mean, obviously back then it was very primal.
Yeah.
Right. But
This came out in like 1998.
1998. Yeah.
Damn.
Just to give it
Didn't even have
context.
Bloons Tower Defense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
before Flash Player, bro.
Fuck.
But basically it's this idea that like, wait, so if things happen in the digital world, then is there really no consequences of that in the real world and vice
That's
versa?
pretty cool.
And they did that in 12 episodes.
And I will attest that Serial Experiments Lane is fucking amazing because I remember I watched it for the first time last year. So I watched it pretty late.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was on my like to watch this forever.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, I'm finally in the mood to watch this.
okay.
I'll
Yeah.
give it a watch.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, man, this normally when you see a piece of media that focuses around technology and like stories around technology,
Bad.
it ages horribly.
Yeah.
And I remember watching Serial Experiments Lane and thinking, how does this seem like it's more relevant now than it
Exactly.
is when it first came out
you got me.
over
You got
like,
me.
Because
like
this
10,
show,
20 years
this show
ago.
low key foretold the future of social media.
Yeah.
I think I can understand that. If you were really in touch with the internet back then, you could probably see where it was going. I think.
And I
anyone
think
could have predicted.
and obviously I picked Serial Experiments Lane there obviously because I love it, but also I love, I mean, the shows that make you think, quote unquote.
Yeah.
That to dive more into that kind of stuff, like
you
thonk. Make you thonk, right? Like Ergo Proxy is in the same field as that.
Yeah.
Like, I love that show, and Razafon as well was in there as well.
Yeah.
And Clanad?
I mean, I just think it's good, eh? Made me cry like a bitch. It birthed my love for Maida Jun. It birthed my love for fucking romance.
Fair enough.
Basically.
Fully Cooley.
Fully Cooley is just a masterpiece.
I've never watched Fully Cooley.
It's 7 episodes and it feels like a fucking 5-hour-long movie.
It's a very dense show.
Very dense.
I would say.
It does not...
Why does dense always just sound like an insult? It's a dense motherfucker.
It's a thick show.
Well, what do you want to say? No, it's a compact show.
Yeah.
Is that
Honestly,
would you prefer that?
Compact sounds less of an insult than dense. Dense sounds like it's like brick shit house like filled with like garbage.
Okay, it's a compact show.
Now I'm listening. Compact? Now I'm listening.
There is like, Fully Cooley has 24, I would dare say 24 episodes worth of material packed into 7 episodes.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And it's got
And the
one of the best soundtracks of all time.
Soundtrack is fucking amazing. It's the pillows.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I have no more questions. You're free to go.
Yeah? Okay.
Wait, no.
I'm the good cop.
No. You had a choice of any anime movies and you pick a Ghibli movie?
I mean, look, man, you gave this a 10 out of 10, was it on your list?
I mean,
and you also didn't change that score?
It's a good movie. Would I put it as like...
What anime movie is the best anime movie, Gallant?
He's going to say your name.
You're gonna find out when I put my...
let's check out Gantz, shall we?
Okay, let's check out mine.
Jump right into it.
Let's jump right into it.
Let's check out mine and see what you guys see there.
All right, well, we can ignore the filth in the middle, but honestly,
what is that show in the middle? I don't.
It's Orimo.
It's Orimo.
Oh. Okay, so let me spell out my 3x3.
Yeah.
So from top left, going down row by row.
Yeah.
So you got Your Name, Baccano,
Yeah.
Fate Zero, Evangelion, Orimo, Log Horizon, One Piece, Haruhi, or The Disappearance, and Black Lagoon.
God, this screams someone who got into anime in the 2000s. Jesus Christ, look at that.
This screams weeaboo.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Fucking Black Lagoon, Evangelion, and Haruhi on the same.
Okay, not gonna lie, I was not expecting Black Lagoon to be there.
I can see it.
Really?
Okay, so
There's nothing like it.
I've never heard anything about Black Lagoon coming
It's
from Gant's
fucking
mouth.
good.
No, it's great. I'm just curious
I
why
watched
Gant
the
likes it.
Anime Zone's review on it.
Really?
Positively.
it's fucking brilliant. It's one of the shows that I haven't had too much of a chance to talk about. But like before I get into that, let me tell you the thought process that I. Let me tell you the
Too much emotion.
Let me tell you the thought process I put into like picking
Tell me your
these.
thought process.
Go on.
Because I you know at the beginning I was like, how the fuck do I pick my favorites? Because I have like too many favorites that I can talk about, right?
Relatable.
So then I thought, okay, here's a big thing. What if I just pick the anime that I have rewatched? Okay,
Right.
Because if I've rewatched something, and this is like rewatching not for my job, but rewatching for my own enjoyment. If I've rewatched something, that means there is something fucking special about that show that has stuck with me that I felt like I've wanted to go out of my way to re-experience that.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
And
fair enough
even on some shows that I think is fucking great, like for example, like stuff like Monster or like highly critically acclaimed shows.
I do not want to rewatch Monster.
No. Like exactly. I feel like it's had its time in the sun, but in terms of like what I truly like enjoy to the core, I wouldn't go out I at the moment I wouldn't go out and rewatch Monster. You know, I wouldn't do that.
Okay, hold on, but I get that, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at this right now, being like, yeah, rewatch that.
Yeah.
Would you rewatch One Piece?
I have rewatched One Piece.
Is it even possible to rewatch? One Piece?
Okay. Okay. Here's the thing.
Yeah, man, you got that Steins Gate time machine or some shit? Like, how you doing that?
Okay, I've watched One Piece, or basically up to the time skip all the way once, and then I've rewatched it again once, and then I've rewatched some of my favorite
How many
arcs
episodes is that?
That's
multiple
like
times.
500-600.
I fucking know it is, and this was back when I had time to watch anime. And I would just like whenever I had time,
when you said
you
rewatch, right? I thought you were talking about like, oh, I've rewatched the Water 7 arc. I've rewatched Alabasta. I didn't think you rewatched.
You're really showing your age. You need years to rewatch that, man. No wonder you're older than me. Like fuck me. You need like.
I love how you compensate and be like, no, only up until before the time skip. I'm like, it's still like 400 episodes.
Okay, which is why like I was having trouble putting a shonen on because I'm just like, is there any shonen that I actually truly loved that I would, think that I would go back anytime? Because I was going to put Yu Yu Hakusho and I was thinking,
Not 7 Deadly Sins, gone?
No, yeah, I'll give you know my love for 7 Deadly Sins, right? But like One Piece to me will go down when it finishes. Will go down as one. Well, it already is one of the greatest anime / manga series of all time.
Yeah, of course.
But to me, when I think back, because One Piece isn't the perfect show. Right, yeah, I've rewatched One Piece. So,
No, I don't, does anyone claim it is?
Yeah, no, like everyone forgets about the lows of One Piece. Everyone forgets about like fucking
Sky Island.
Sky Island. I wasn't a fan of the Foxy arc, which was a filler canon arc that everyone doesn't talk about. You know what?
Forgot about
You know what I mean?
What are these names? These names don't sound fucking real.
Dressrosa was like it was way too long. It was dragged out to shit, but nothing, in my opinion, can touch the highs of One Piece. When One Piece is at its best, right? Yeah. I think it is the greatest thing you can find in anime.
I will stand by and say, even though I've watched every Maida Jun anime,
yeah,
I've cried more times watching One Piece than any other show.
It's
when you have that many episodes, something's gonna hit, right?
Yeah.
Like fuck me.
But places that I wasn't expecting.
No. Like, there's plenty of shows that have a lot of episodes and haven't had the highs that One Piece has. Because
Sazae-san, man, has some pretty Doraemon.
How do you know anything about
Doraemon? Has some pretty high highs, man.
But like, what I find amazing about One Piece is it's been going on for like what, 20 years now?
Almost 30 now.
Almost like I can't remember when it started. I think it started in
96.
98 or 96 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I remember I've just caught up with the manga with like the Wano arc, which is now one of the longest arcs. It's so long that it has 3 parts, and it still has moments that make me feel fucking magical. This is like One Piece is like I watch some of the best moments in One Piece and I get reminded, this is why I fucking love anime. This is why I fucking love manga. This is why I love this medium.
Did the author of One Piece like intend for it to be as long as it is? Or was it just like, fuck, it's just popular?
I think he had planned, because the thing about One Piece is that it's this long and yet there's foreshadowing that's happened like fucking hundreds of chapters.
He's not from this planet.
That is being explored now, right? And I think he didn't expect it to be this long, but when he got popular, he realized he can explore basically every idea that he wanted.
A lot of people I feel kind of undermine Oda. Just because it's like, oh, yeah, you know, he made One Piece, but whatever, it's so long, blah, blah, blah. But I think people, when you look deep into it, people really undermine his skill for storytelling. Because,
I mean, again, let's be honest, you have to be to keep how many people like captivated for
he's been number 1 on Shonen Jump for the past like 15 years.
Yeah, you don't do that by luck.
No,
it's
not luck. No, you don't.
And like what I find amazing is it's been going on this long, and it's not one. It's not only still got fucking amazing moments in it, even in some of the greatest, in some of the latest chapters and some of the latest moments. But 2, no matter how far you go into One Piece, you feel like there's still an upswing. You still feel like he hasn't peaked yet. Yeah. And like, how do you write a story that's like almost 1,000 chapters long, and you still think, man, there's an upswing coming. There's something greater coming.
It's insane. Every time a new arc started.
Yeah.
And I would keep up to date with like what the manga readers were saying. Everyone would be like, how is it that the next arc is even better? Yeah. How does it keep getting better?
Yeah.
I thought this was the peak of One Piece, and then it just keeps getting better.
How does the hot dog stand arc keep just blowing me away? How does the Water Park Adventure Supreme arc keep blowing me away, man? The names don't make fucking sense.
No. It is literally that ProZD video where he talks about anime arc names, and like any One Piece fan who's watched that video knows that he's just calling out One Piece fans there, because we were literally talking about this video before the podcast started, and we were just me and Joey were just talking about the Big Mom arc, and then Connor was just like, oh yeah. Wait.
That's a real arc.
Are you guys serious?
I thought they were joking because it was like Big Mama's house or something. I thought that was the joke, like that.
But I felt that, right? Like when I remember when I've watched the Alabasta arc in One Piece, I was like, this is the greatest thing ever made. Yeah. And then Water 7 came out. I was like, how is it getting better?
And then the Whitebeard arc came
out. Guys, I hate to rush you, Garnt, but you have 9 anime to talk about.
I don't care.
So come on.
I can talk about One Piece of the fucking sun goes down.
Because frankly, I don't really want to hear your opinions on either of that. I honestly do not care.
I already know your opinions on Eva. I already know your opinions on Your Name. I already know your opinions on Fate.
Bakano is like saying, I like coming. Like, of course it's gonna, like,
Bakano is like, I like sex. Of course you do.
And it's just fun. It's just fun.
And then we've gushed over Haruhi, obviously, and like how Disappearance is fucking amazing.
Log Horizon as well. Okay, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, because like I was thinking back to, because like obviously I'm the fucking isekai man, right? Yeah. I was thinking like Log Horizon is the isekai I come back to because it's the only isekai I've rewatched. Okay.
Oh, really?
Out of everything, like ReZero, I watched
haven't-
because it was my job. You know what I mean? That was literally the only reason I watched ReZero. Log Horizon is the only isekai I've come back to be like, man, there were some good fucking moments in this, and I really want to re-experience some of these ideas. That
Well, season 3 is out.
yeah, I'm probably gonna rewatch it.
I think now, yeah.
Yeah, it's out this season, so I'm probably gonna Log Horizon's the only like pure isekai right now that I can like recommend without. It's got no catch. Like it's not like ReZero where it's like, oh, it's a time loop catch. You know, that's the interesting thing about it. Log Horizon is just
Hey guys.
Yeah.
There's a gimmick.
Log Horizon is just an isekai that is just a good isekai.
No,
And
I absolutely
I agree.
fucking
It
defend that.
deserves to be. It has its place there. I'd say.
Yeah.
I just can't get over the fact that you unironically like Orima.
Okay.
I just
okay.
like for the longest time I'm
What
like
is Orimo about? I thought it was like the child one.
incest.
Yeah, that's it, right?
It's not about incest.
It is about
incest. Just happens in it.
It is
it's
about-
not about. There's
It is about- it is about-
a key,
no, no.
There's a
Whoa,
key
whoa, whoa.
fucking difference
Whoa,
between
whoa,
the
whoa,
two,
whoa.
Mister.
It is about incest and best girl getting cocked. That's what that show is about.
You can't just say there's incest in it like it's like a scent of a flavor. Like you can't just drop that in there and be like, oh, there's also incest in it. Like what? What do you mean? Is this a small thing, incest to you?
It is something. Okay, so let me defend this.
Incest 4K edition.
I'm a fucking do it, man. I'm a fucking do it. I don't care if this watch this clip get me cancelled in like 4 years or like fuck 4 years. Watch this clip get
4 minutes.
Get me cancelled in like 1 month. You know what I mean? Okay. Everyone forgets that Orimo was a legitimately good fucking show when it first aired.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there.
It was a
I'm
good
gonna have to stop
show.
you right there.
Like everyone thinks I put Orimo on the same level as something like Eromanga Sensei. No, fucking Eromanga Sensei was trash from episode 1, and it knew it was trash. And Eromanga Sensei is what happens when you take all the trashiest parts of Orimo and put that into a show. Orimo was a nice, wholesome look at otaku culture, and
With incest.
and the thing is, when it was airing, everyone was just like, "Oh yeah, this is a parody of all like the incest light novels and everything like that, right? This is just mocking."
Your Honor, it was but a parody.
Yeah.
I stuck my penis in the
everyone
child for a
thought
parody.
Everyone thought that it was just taking the piss out of like, you know, the little girl emoto fucking craze happening in anime and light novel. And if you don't watch the final 3 episodes, you can watch the entire series of Orimo and just think that. And then the final 3 episodes happened, and
that sparked an outcry, didn't it?
it sparked an outcry, right? It definitely because the reason it sparked an outcry was because no one was actually expecting it.
Yeah, it went from like 20% incest to 99% incest.
No, it was 100%.
It was 100%
It was 100. There was no percentage that could be shaved off. It went full incest, and it was unapologetic
you fully
about it.
admit that it went full incest.
No, yeah.
Yet it's in your top 9 anime.
Because the reason it's okay. I've rewatched it because it is.
You've rewatched it.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
got multiple enjoyment.
I've already said I've rewatched everything on this list.
I don't even want to see your
And
porn
because-
history.
Because this show, this show is the epitome of everything I love about trashy harem manga and anime.
When you say that, it just sounds like satire. You know what I mean?
It is
it
not.
sounds like satire.
It is not. Okay, so remember when you went through my anime list and I gave Ikitosen a 2?
Yeah.
So like back when I was a teenager, I was just like,
You couldn't appreciate incest.
Yo, I'm better than this fan service shit. I'm better than this trashy anime. I got good fucking taste.
Right.
This is the show that fucking changed all that. When I was just like, why am I enjoying this so much? Why do I like this fucking filth trash show?
I mean, look.
I
I have shows like that.
Yeah.
Like Kiss Sis being a perfect example.
Yeah, I was about to-
I didn't put it in my fucking 3x3 though.
Yeah, this man ain't putting incest in his
Yeah.
fucking top 9, Don.
The middle of all places.
I will fucking that was a legitimate, deliberate choice. I put it in the middle because I'm just like, this single show has probably had the biggest overall effect on my taste in modern anime.
You literally fucking made Orima out to be like the free space in a bingo card. You know what I mean? It's just like, of course I'm gonna open this.
I fucking did it, and because it is a fucking trashy anime, right?
Yeah.
There are trashy moments in there, but
Yeah.
I think I will defend the point that Orimo wasn't complete trash. There were some legitimately good, heartwarming moments in there, and it wasn't complete. It wasn't all trash. Okay, it wasn't Eromanga Sensei.
It really was.
Okay,
It wasn't Eromanga Sensei.
You're going to jail, buddy.
Eromanga Sensei is Oreimo reskinned. That's all it is, and you have to admit to that.
No, I don't.
You have to admit to it.
Eromanga Sensei is the trashiest parts of Orimo concentrated. It is dense Orimo.
Your Honor,
it is
I
dense Orimo.
didn't know she was 12. I'll be honest, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this man has the largest anime YouTube channel on the platform.
He also.
And this is what he's saying.
I'm fucking proud of this shit. I literally put this stuff front and center, and I regret nothing.
Get it out of here.
I regret fucking nothing.
That is on my computer now, and I can't wait to use it as blackmail. All right, let's check out corners. So
Gentlemen, here is my 9. My arguably the strongest 9 we've had today.
Okay, do you want to go from top left to bottom right?
So, Hunter x Hunter, Golden Time, Bokurano, Ping Pong the Animation, Sakamoto, Kaiji, Mob Psycho 100, Banana Fish, and JoJo.
I'll tell you what this is. This is the guys. I have good taste in anime.
Fuck off.
I was just about to say.
Bro, these are good. What do you mean? How?
Guys, you want to know what personality I have? Absolutely no fucking personality.
This is the.
I'm sorry that I don't like incest, Gone. Is that what you want to see on my list? Where's the lack of incest?
This is the I cite my sources in my video essay, like levels of like anime taste. You know what I mean?
What? No, bro. These are legitimately. If I had you to name like the top 9 shows that I have and like a little bit of variation in genre, this would be it.
No, because I look at this list and I'm just like, yeah, this is what my 9 by 9 would be if I literally went through my like modern Mao and just picked the top highest rated anime on that Mao.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you my fucking taste in anime, Gone, and this is my taste.
I don't know, man. Like,
I'm sorry that it's too normie for you, Gone.
No. It's not even normie. It's just try hard.
That's
what it feels like.
Legit. This is legit my favorite 9 shows.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously, we don't have to talk about Hunter x Hunter because it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
We've talked about Golden Time.
Golden Time is like my favorite.
We've talked about
romance.
Bokurano.
Yeah.
Ping pong.
Can you
talk about ping pong?
100%. Right.
I love ping pong.
Ping pong, right?
Yeah.
Is other than like Mob. Okay, that's also why I love Mob for the similar reasons.
Okay.
Like ping pong is like one of the only animes, right? You get all these fucking stupid animes where the guy's OP as fuck.
Yeah.
Like no one fucking gives a shit, right? Like okay, wow, Kirito is a giant dick again, right? Cool. We have another isekai. Oh, they're overpowered. Or, oh, they have an ability that's unique to them.
Yeah.
You know what? Real life sucks, man. No one has a unique ability. And I really liked there was a fucking anime that was like, bro, life kind of sucks, man. Sometimes people are just gonna be better at things that you love, even if they hate it. But that was so real and it hurt, man. It hurt because I've been on both sides of the ping pong like animation, like the characters. I've been talented at something that I fucking hated, and I felt bad for people who really wanted to be good at that thing that I was good at. And I've also tried my fucking hardest at something, and you speak Japanese fluently at birth. So I've been on both sides of the spectrum of ping pong the animation. So I'm kidding, no, but I mean, really,
ping pong. What I call ping pong, it's a life anime.
Yeah, it hurt because I was like, fuck, you really had to like pull that out of me.
Yeah.
Like that made me a little like, god damn, okay, yeah, you
Wait, okay, then I'm curious. Have you seen March Comes In Like a Lion?
No.
Okay, because I think if you loved ping pong, you would love
Everyone has
March
told
Comes
me
In Like-
that.
Yeah.
Because March Comes In Like a Lion is the complete opposite. March Comes In Like a Lion is about a genius who can't understand the idea of losing,
Yeah.
right? But that in itself is what's causing him to lose in real life.
Yeah.
So it's literally the opposite of ping pong. But
That's
also
just like
fits
the school
thing.
when they're like, you're a gifted child, and they can't fucking do anything later on in life.
Right, exactly. I mean, and obviously, like,
I want to know. Why is Sakamoto there?
Okay,
why is that? Why is
Sakamoto there?
Why is that a
What do you
top
mean?
9 anime?
That's so fucking
Okay,
funny, man.
I'm gonna have to stand with my boy here.
Yeah,
like,
that's so
Sakamoto
good.
is fucking hilarious.
Sakamoto is one of the funniest animes.
Sakamoto
hands
is
down, bro.
so good.
It's so funny,
It's
man.
so funny.
You can put that shit on. It's like the Mr. Bean of anime.
It's like the Mr. Bean of anime if Mr. Bean was like a fucking like handsome millionaire who was perfect in any way.
Shit, so you really gotta diss me when you just like, well, like, yeah, pedophilia, like brotherly in love. Like,
Okay, here's what I don't understand though.
What?
Every 3x3, right? As we've established so far, and every 3x3 I've seen back when it was big, has at least one show that's shit. Like universally, right?
You think
that
any
is
of these
just
shows are shit?
I think all of these shows are fucking fantastic.
Well,
which is why...
Well, Joey, it's simple.
Which is why I have to press X to doubt.
I just don't like shit shows, Joey. What, you think I'm going to put like Maho Demon or some shit in this? No, that thing was mid as fuck.
I don't know. Like, you don't have like a... Do you have a guilty pleasure anime?
Honestly, no, not really.
Really?
I don't really watch anime, ever.
Wow. The grand reveal.
I frankly, again, I've revealed this before. I never fucking want to rewatch anime, right? So,
Right. So wait, so you wouldn't rewatch any of these?
No.
Okay.
Why would I rewatch something I've already watched?
Because it's great.
Because do you not want to re-experience it?
Not really. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather experience something different.
So there's no show you would never rewatch.
But like, have you never gotten to the point, right, where you're just tired of trying something new? And because you're tired of trying something new.
Why do you make it sound so sad? I'm just tired of trying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to
Just
what my
don't this fuck.
Because sometimes you try something new and you're just like, man, this just ain't doing it for me. You just want something.
You want something it's comfort food.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I don't know. For me, that feels sad. It feels like you're trying to capture something that's gone in your life. You know what I mean? I don't know. It feels sad to me.
I am in this photo and I don't like it.
Like, I don't know. Like, you're chasing something that doesn't exist anymore in my mind.
Because
Why is Malian laughing at me?
Because in my mind, right, I could easily
I would-
rewatch like
I-
Sakamoto
Could I
and
rewatch
Kaiju.
any of these? Yes.
Yeah.
Would I willingly do it of my own free will? No.
No, because like to bring it the other way, like for me, watching new shows is me chasing that high. That is me chasing that high that I felt with the shows I've already liked. But the more anime you watch and just the older you fucking get, that just gets harder and harder.
That's
You
why
know what I mean?
I don't watch much anime anymore.
And
That's the biggest like reveal of this video. God, it doesn't watch anime.
No, I do. I watch anime and I just enjoy it.
I mean, look, honestly, like I'm feeling sus about this 3x3 just because
Why?
again because
Legitimately.
all 9 of these shows are like universally praised.
Are they?
Right?
Is Golden Time universally praised?
Yeah, Golden Time's fucking
I
amazing.
like Golden Time.
There are
I
more-
thought it was trash.
I fucking love Golden
No,
Time.
Golden Time took everything.
I thought it was trash. I liked it, but it was trash.
No, Golden Time took everything Toradora did and just perfected it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would literally. It's like if you like in my mind, it's like my two favorite like romance or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Toradora and Golden Time, but Golden Time felt like the better version.
Golden Time did it better.
Golden Time is my favorite romance of all time, I would think.
Really?
And yeah,
I thought you guys didn't like Golden Time.
No,
Why
I
do you
love
guys
Golden-
didn't like it?
No, I love Golden
love
Time.
Golden
Oh, well,
Time.
okay, shit, okay.
I've met less people who say they didn't like Golden Time.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know.
Because like the thing about Golden Time is that there were flaws because who the fuck liked Banri as a character? Let's be honest. Like you talking about compressing your memory. Like I've only just remembered that Ghost Banri was a thing, and that was just something I've just like that was like a black spot in this like amazing series that I seem to remember Golden Time. But like I think back to Golden Time and I just think this is how adult romance should be. This took everything that was good, as you said about Toradora, and just made it better.
Yeah,
Perfected it. Put it in university. Didn't make it like just this high school romance. Had enough adult elements that
Didn't have an annoying ass fucking lolly yandere.
True, she was really fucking annoying.
Yeah, she was
I
annoying.
love Kaiji the Gambler. That's one of my,
Kaiji's fucking amazing.
Kaiji's great.
one of my favorite shows, and it's sad that no one gives it a chance, but it's also weird that it's only in 720p.
Yeah,
That's really fucking weird. But no, 480p I think or something.
Really?
It was never released in
Oh
like
yeah,
1080p.
yeah, it is in 480p.
It's in
isn't it?
480p, and
I
it's
never
such a
noticed,
shame because
yeah.
like it's such a fucking good show.
Yeah.
But it was either that or like One Outs. I really fucking like One Outs.
One House is
Yeah,
fucking
One House is
great.
great.
I
as
fucking
well.
love. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like I guess it looks very basic from the outside looking.
No,
in.
no, yeah,
It's not basic. It's not basic.
because it's not basic in the sense where
I just thought we were putting on 9 favorite shows. Like
No,
we
we were. But what we're saying is that like there isn't a single guilty pleasure anime here.
Right,
because
define
obviously-
a guilty pleasure anime. Well, like a show
Or
I know
emo.
is bad, or an emo. That's more than a guilty
Like-
pleasure.
like
That's a criminal pleasure, Joey. I think.
A
I don't know
guilty
about
pleasure,
that.
in my opinion, a guilty pleasure is a show that you love no matter what, even though you know it is shit.
Yeah, but okay, but then when I was making this 9x9, like say Dead Man Wonderland, I love Dead Man Wonderland, but I never finished, and it was it's kind of mid because of it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think it's better than any of these shows for me personally.
because like I've talked to you and I know what your tastes are basically, and I don't
You
see
trying to call me out?
No,
Yeah.
I don't really see that represented here because
Yeah.
I know like
What do
you.
my tastes, like you know me, gone. What do you mean?
No, I mean like you
We've
love.
only hung out for a couple of years.
I'm only
Are you
like one of
calling
your
me a
mates and
liar?
everything
Are you
like
calling
that.
me a liar, gone?
We only see each other every day.
Yeah. Like I know you love like fucking hardcore brutal shows like JoJo, Baki, Gantz.
I love Baki, yeah.
I'm surprised that I thought Baki was going to
I thought Baki was going to be up there as well.
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
I mean, I love Baki as like there's a few episodes in Baki the anime where it's like mid, but there's just so many fucking funny moments that like it'll stand with me forever.
Right. Here's the best way I can put this. I know you like Chad shows. That's the best way.
I like a Chad show.
That's the best way I can describe Connor's taste.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
like it's like it's just got Chad characters in it. You know what I mean?
Chad characters.
Yeah, no, that's
why I really want Connor to watch or read Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you would fucking love that.
I like the right amount of Chad. If there's just too much Chad, sometimes it's a little too much. You know, it's like
sometimes
unrealistic.
What do you mean? You like JoJo? That's like 100% Chad.
That's a different kind of Chad. That's like that JoJo is like the built different anime. Like that's in its own league, as far as I'm concerned. Like I think JoJo shouldn't even be treated as anime. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's an artwork.
But like I don't know, like in Fist of the North Star, when I see that, I don't really find it appealing because they're just like too macho. I want a bit of weakness to the character, right?
I mean, if you read it, you'll know every character is weak as fuck.
Really? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Maybe I
think you should read it. You'll love it.
Yeah, but
it pisses me off when I'm watching an anime and the main character is like a wimp beyond comprehension and just causes so many problems for himself because he's a wimp. And I'm like, listen. All you had to do was just say no, and you wouldn't have been dragged off to a cult or something.
You talking about Deku?
I don't know, something else. There's a lot of shows where I'm just like, this literally could have been avoided if you just like stood up to yourself for like 2 seconds. Like this whole problem, you know?
I don't know, man. Like,
I don't know.
What do you?
I'm not satisfied.
Good taste?
I'm not satisfied with
What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh?
just some shit. You know what I mean? Like
you expected me to have shit taste.
This is like too polished.
I have good taste. What can I say?
I can make a better 3x3.
Go on, again. Make my 3x3 for me.
Okay,
like,
it would be like I said.
And I'll say if it's fair.
It would be JoJo,
100%.
Baki.
I love Baki, but it's not in my top 9 shows.
But you talk about it so often.
Yeah, but I love it, but I wouldn't put it higher than any of these for enjoyment in my mind.
But like it's okay because
shows that I love and shows that I want to talk about are like different, I guess.
But it's okay. Like this is like getting.
But then I guess this we should have defined the rules more appropriately.
Yeah, right.
Should have been like, Connor, give me the 9 shows that you think about, keep you up at night.
That's what I did.
I did.
Well, you didn't tell me that. You said put your 9 favorite shows that represent you.
Well, like what I don't understand is you say that like the shows I talk about and the shows I like are not the same.
Yeah.
Why would you talk about a show if it's not your favorite?
There's some shows where it's like, well, ping pong, right? It's all of it is encapsulated in the show. There's nothing more to add. I'm like, just fucking watch it. It's good. It's amazing. I fucking love it. Watch it. I can't improve it by talking about it.
That's the exact point, right? Because sometimes you see a good show and you're like, fuck me, that was a good show. Like I
need to talk about it.
Yeah. But sometimes you watch a show and you're like, man, this is sticking with me. You know what I mean? This is
ping pong stuck with me.
Huh? Yeah, no, I'm not saying ping pong shouldn't be on this, but like,
what shouldn't be on this?
Hunter x Hunter,
bro. Dude, Hunter x Hunter. Dude, that shit moved me, man. I don't know, man.
I hear you talking more about Baki than Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah.
That's because, okay, let's be honest, right?
Mob Psycho and Hunter x Hunter, I rarely hear you talk about.
I never hear you talking about these.
Okay, I talk about One Punch Man more than I talk about Mob Psycho.
Right, so why wouldn't One Punch Man
Because I think Mob Psycho is a better show than One Punch Man.
Well, then why wouldn't you talk about Mob Psycho if it's a better show?
Well, again, because it's a better show and I feel like there's not much to say. It's fucking amazing. Like, just go watch it. Like,
but this, like my favorite show...
I love Baki, right? Where I have to sit there and be like, listen, get to the part where he fucks someone and becomes extra powerful. Like, I love having that conversation. Again, if you haven't seen Baki, there is a scene where he has sex.
It's literally one
Yeah,
scene.
honestly, and that one scene is enough to be like anime of the year in my mind. Just like, give it an award.
That's exactly what I'm fucking talking about.
Yeah.
That's exactly...
That's a scene that stuck with you and you can bring up and you want to bring up. So why would that not be in your 3x3?
It's like the way that I see it is that, like, let's say Gaunt wants to take me to like an event and he's like, he has to specifically tell me like, Connor, don't bring up the Baki sex scene to like my friends. That's the level of like, I just want to talk about it like that. It's not like it defines my taste. It's for some reason, I just want to talk about that scene and how fucking weird it is.
Because like I like kind of talking to you, I know what kind of shows you would like. You know, you look at someone's 3x3 and you can like recommend some shows that they would like. For example, like I knew, for example, that you would love a show like Dorohedoro. You know what I mean? Because that is grimy. It's grimy. It's a Chad anime. You know what I mean? It's just Connor. It just
I'm just gonna say, if I didn't see this 3x3, and you told me. Recommend
Banana Fish is like...
and if you ask me, recommend me an anime, Ping Pong is the last one I would bring up.
For me?
For you.
Why?
It just doesn't seem like a show you would like.
What? I love that. That's actually like top 3 for me.
I can see it. The biggest one for me is like Mob Psycho and Hunter x Hunter.
Bro, Hunter x Hunter is my favorite shonen of all... Shit, sorry. Hunter x Hunter is my favorite shonen of all time.
What about JoJo?
I don't really count that as a shonen.
It is a shonen.
But it is a shonen.
Because it has to be categorized. But there's no JoJo category. But there should be, as far as I'm concerned. You know.
Okay, that's
what is this JoJo category then?
Because JoJo is like its own beast, right? Like I can't. There's nothing you can compare JoJo to.
No, I agree with him on that.
I disagree.
I compare JoJo to something right now. Do it, bitch.
Bucky.
Fuck off.
No.
It's not exactly the same. It's not exactly. I'm not saying they're both the same thing.
Right.
But they give off the same kind of feeling. You know what I mean? Where it's just like there are some ridiculous fucking things happening, and you're just having a good time.
Yes, but
I'm not saying that they're on like the same level or anything. But they give off the same vibe. Is what I'm talking about.
But the thing is,
I've always said that
they're just both fucking insane.
But the thing
and ridiculous.
is that a bunch of 80s and 90s shonen back then had this kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Like Fist of the North Star also has scenes where it's just like, what the fuck did I just read?
And you just recommended that to him because you think you would. No,
that's
that's exactly what I'm saying.
JoJo were like halfway through was like, right, let's just be gay now. Like that's like I love that.
Oh no, trust me, there's a lot of gay parts in Fist of the North.
Is there really?
Oh yeah.
I just thought it was like the manliest manly anime in existence. Like,
no,
I guess that's pretty gay.
That is pretty gay.
That's pretty gay. That's pretty gay.
There's a thing called Bara. I don't know if you're aware of.
I was gonna say the YMCA.
It's pretty manly.
The YMCA music video is pretty manly.
It's pretty manly. Yeah.
But like Banana Fish is one of my favorite shows as well. Fucking love Banana Fish.
Yeah, Banana Fish is great.
Banana Fish is a good show.
But I was expecting that because you've talked about it before.
Fucking love Banana Fish. Man.
Right? You've even made a whole video on Banana Fish. So I expected that. But
so you're complaining that I picked good shows. Is that
yes.
What?
Because everybody's 3x3 has to have at least one show where it's like, hold on a second.
Let's see if I can put a bad show that I like in my 3x3.
There's got to be at least one guilty pleasure.
See the money comment.
There's got to be. What I'm saying is every 3x3 has to have at least one shitty show that you know is shitty. You just don't care.
Look.
Honestly, what is it? The World God Only Knows. That's a shit show.
Would you put that on you?
Honestly, yeah, probably would. But you see, when I'm making this, right, we had like an hour to make this. Yeah. I'm thinking like, boom, I'm putting my favorites on there, the classics.
Okay. Here's a better way I can word it. I understood more about you as a person from your hentai tastes than I did from this.
Yeah, but that's
okay.
I mean, that's very. Okay. I feel like anyone could hear my hentai taste and figure out. Connor recommends mother nose breasts. I wonder what he's into.
Yeah, that is true. I look at this and I'm like, this could be anyone's 3x3.
This was a randomly generated image made by.
This is like AI. It's like
this was made by an AI learning program from like a randomly generated sample from people's top like.
I put in the AI, but inoffensive 3x3. Yeah, this is what came out.
There's a lot of them, and like in good faith, I couldn't put on there because I'm like, I honestly don't fucking remember much from the show. So like, I don't know what to put on there. Like, so these are like the 9 shows where if you like name 9 shows that you love right away, these are the first 9 that come to my head. I'll be honest with you.
Honestly, maybe it does make sense because you think Rem is your fucking wife.
Yeah. So I fucking love Rem, bro.
That's just like zero. That tells me zero about you as a person
as well. 3x3. This is the most vanilla 3x3. It's a vanilla 3x3.
I'm sorry, there's no gangbang, orc rape, incest in here. Okay, is
look, what I'm trying to say is I like good shows too, Connor.
Oh, I'm sorry that you like Haruhi Suzumiya, Evangelion, and Black Lagoon, the most 2000s like of anime in existence.
But the fact is. They're
good shows.
The fact is that you got something about what my fucking taste is, which is
you can get it about this. I like good shit. Why is that hard to understand?
Again, I look at this. This could be any one of our fans.
Our fans have great taste.
This could be any one of our fans who is like trying to impress us, being like, yes, my favorite YouTuber. I also have good anime taste. You know what I mean?
I have good taste. What do you want me to do about it? Have shit taste, Joey? Is that what you want from me?
Yeah, I was expecting.
Listen, I'm built different.
If I wanted anyone to have a shit taste, it was you.
No.
Should we check out Maylene's?
Okay, so we have another one to check out. Maylene.
We can speedrun Maylene's because we
come on the podcast, Maylene. Come on. You got to defend this shit. Come on, Maylene. Come on.
All right, as a bonus guest, we have Maylene, our manager.
We have the person who is managing us, and
person who works for one of the biggest Japanese publishing companies.
I'm proud of you, Maylin, because this is the literal opposite of Connor right here. Like you were not fucking scared to go balls deep and show us who you really are.
Listen, I gave you what I really am, Don.
So let's go to Maylene's. Let's go to Maylene's.
Basic.
Maylin fucking said it. You're a fucking basic bitch, man.
I have trashy taste, but I have personality.
Hey,
I might add, vanilla is a flavor that needs to exist, and I have that.
All right, let's go over it though. So from top left to bottom right, we have Monster, From the New World, Utano Prince Summer, JoJo, Vampire Knight, Golden Kamuy, Story of Sayun Koku, Ceres, and Hakuoki Shinsengumi.
What the fuck is Story of Sankoku? What is that?
Do you want to explain yourself, Maylin?
Yeah. Especially,
I can't explain myself.
No, you know what this is? This is literally I like the true crime. This is I like true crime, the taste. Isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It is.
You got JoJo's Monster, and then you've got all the like.
I've watched all of these at least 2 to 5 times each.
Yeah, you went by the same thing.
Yeah, you went on the same
I did not influence her. She thought the same thing. Where it's the shows you rewatch and the shows you just go back to.
Yeah, because I've heard Maylene talking about Monster, Utano Prince Summer, JoJo, Golden Kamuy, Shinsekai Yori. It's the bottom 3 that I'm curious about.
Well, most of my body pillows are the Hakuoki Shinsengumi.
The bottom three is like I am a Fujoshi.
Okay. Let me preface that I think out of all of us, Maylin owns more body pillows than the 3 of us put together.
How many do you own?
How many do you own?
Right now in Japan, well, I only
No, all together. Including in the US, how many do you own?
like 50. But hold on, they're not all big body pillows.
That doesn't make it any better.
We weren't asking about the size. We're asking about the number.
And I do have bed
5-0.
50 because I do have like
I'm a finna out, boys. I knew Queen of Degeneracy has come along.
I even have the body spray to make the pillow smell like the official character.
Oh my god.
Because why not? You want to know what they smell like?
Do you boys honestly want me to be like this? Is this what you wanted from me?
Yeah, honestly.
Listen, you can be the weird one. This guy likes his children. He can have that. I'm going to be normal, thank you very much. I take enough L's in the other shit I do. Might I add, I got a thorough grilling on the hentai episode for having normal taste. I'm happy to have normal taste this time.
Okay, I've heard of... I've watched Ceres, actually.
That one's incestuous.
Yeah, that is very incestuous. That is like Ori-emo, but with beautiful characters.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's just Ori-emo gender bent.
There's 2 incestuous anime on here. The Vampire Knight.
Yeah. What is this building? We're full of fucking Alabamans. What is this?
Vampire Knight.
Yeah, Vampire Knight is fucking incestuous.
Vampire Knight is incestuous as fuck,
okay, this is what I'm saying. I mentioned it. I do not know anything about the show. The only thing I know is the only person who loved that show turned out to be a pedophile. She said, Maylene.
I'm not a pedophile.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
But yeah.
I mean,
I can't explain myself.
Images don't even have high-res images. Like, they're so fucking old, dude.
I will though say that
this one's in like Minecraft potato quality, man.
That one's really trashy. Like
it's like 120p.
It's really bad.
Utano Prince, isn't that just a shitty gacha game?
No. That's you just know that because Maylin plays the gacha game.
Utano Prince is like Idol Master if they were all guys.
Yeah. So like out of everyone here, Maylin, yours is the only one that has shows in it I've never heard of. What is this show? Hakuoki Shinsengumi.
So you know the Shinsengumi, the secret police, basically in Japan. It's
like
the shonen version.
Secret police?
Did you just say the shonen version?
No,
Shonen, like
shonen
pretty
version.
boy, sexy, 2D man version.
Fujoshi bait.
It's originally like a visual novel.
The bottom 3 is all Fujo bait.
Yeah.
Like Sayun Koku Ceres.
Maylene is a Fujo through and through.
Yeah.
But see,
I mean, we can see that.
we can see that.
We can see
She
that.
also likes a true crime.
Actually, you know what? There's more Fujo bait on here than actual like regular shows.
JoJo counts as Fujo stuff?
No. Vampire Knight, Utano Prince, and the bottom 3 is like all Fujo bait.
I'd say out of all of this, right? Like From the New World is the one that stands out the most. Did you just put this in to be like, guys?
No.
I got a little bit of good taste in that.
No, I watched it.
Shizuka Yori is literally Maylene saying, yes, I am a functioning human in society. I'm normal. I like normal shows.
Monster's pretty normal, I think.
Monster?
Golden Kamuy is very
Golden Kamuy,
normal.
JoJo.
Golden
I like
Kamuy
that. I am a normal human being.
No.
Other 5 though?
But these two, I know why you like Monster and Golden Kamuy because you like you say you like your crew crime murder shit, man.
Also,
you could do a fucking
Johan's so sexy. Like.
You heard it here first, guys.
You are dismissed, Maylene.
Okay.
Thank you, Maylene. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Wow, that was some trash taste, you could say.
I'm glad to know that the producer for Trash Taste has trash taste. But you know what? It was more entertaining than Connor's fucking vanilla taste.
A lot of incest.
Yeah, that was the better way to...
I can't always be the fucking weirdo. Like, I have that most of the time. Come on, leave me alone.
What do you mean the weirdo?
I'm always the one being like, all right, I'm going to say something. And you guys are like, what the fuck? I'm sick and tired of it.
Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode.
Shit.
Hey, you know who doesn't have trash taste? Our patrons.
Connor.
No, our patrons, actually.
Okay, I guess
honestly, they must have trash taste watching us.
Actually, never mind.
I'm gonna take that back, man.
You all have trash taste.
You all have trash taste. You watch us, so obviously you have trash taste.
There's a reason why you enjoy this show. It's because you have trash taste. But hey, if you'd like to join us on Patreon, then make sure to go over to patreon.com/trashtaste. Also, follow us on Twitter, the subreddit, and also join us on Spotify if you don't want to see our faces. Wow, you know what? When was the last time we actually did a show or an episode that was fully anime?
About anime.
Fully about anime.
Good riddance, if you ask me, honestly.
Like, I hope you enjoyed your only anime trash taste episode for like the next 6 months.
Yeah. We'll see you in around August. Probably,
I feel like there's not that much you can say, though. Like, you can have a 2-hour discussion about the anime you like, but like, you can't do it every week.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But hopefully you guys enjoyed.
This is why you're not an anime-tuber.
Yeah, this is why. Yeah, this is why you don't watch anime.
No, like I can agree with that. Given the fucking list you just gave us, because what the fuck do you have to say about it? Absolutely fucking nothing. That's what, Connor. That's what.
I just take W's, man. What do you want from me? I just put good shit.
No, I think in today's episode you took an L.
I did not. Come on. This is.
Look. If everyone did a list like you, it would be the most boring fucking episode. Like
somebody has to be normal. That's me today. Okay, go on. Don't hate me for that.
Well, let us know what you think down in the comments below. We're looking forward to what you guys say. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. And I've been Joey and with the boys. And we'll see you guys.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.